Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering that because I know you listen to yourself. So, so,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. The stuff can be annoying. Take your time. The stuff can be annoying. No idea. Hiccup.
Oh, ducking. It's basically when it forces audio from other things to be pushed to the background when something else is up. So if you're talking in Discord and you have something like ducking, then it will silence everything else. So the main program that you want to be heard will be the one that comes forward. Probably haven't really used it for anything.
Hi, baby.
Kitty.
You heard her?
I heard her, yeah.
Yeah. You heard her?
I heard her,
Sitting on the
yeah.
floor staring at me, making noises. What do you want, little cat? I don't know how your tiny meows get picked up, but not your crazy yowling. Don't play with that. No, no, no. That is not toy. Stop. Cease and desist. Here, go Snorlax instead. No. No. She thinks my controller cable is a toy.
I mean,
Put
it
it
is.
away. Don't tell her
Why
that. She
else?
doesn't.
Why else would it be there?
Put it away.
I
Yeah.
had a very interesting philosophical question posed to me. Do you think Santa keeps his naughty or nice list from December 26th on, or is it yearly? So is there like a week after Christmas in which he's not paying attention? You think does he start on the
Yeah.
first of every year?
he needs a
Or
break.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I liked that idea too. I was like, I never thought of that. Like, does he immediately start making the naughty nice list, or does that start in the first of the year? I like the idea of
He,
starting on the first of the year.
he at least has
Yeah.
Boxing Day off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I
A
mean,
lot of people do weird things on New Year's Eve too.
yeah.
True. That would cut them some slack.
People need to not get so squirrely during the holidays. People need to just chill. It is holidays. People need to just chill. It is.
I drank a lot less this year. I'm feeling good. I drank a lot less this year. I'm feeling good.
I haven't had a drink in like 10 months, which is crazy to me.
Oh.
It's impressive.
Man, you must be really dehydrated.
I am, actually.
I drank last night. Not very much, though.
I have never drank in my entire life.
Crazy. Probably for the best, though.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I live voyeuristically through other people, and everybody who's ever drank said, just don't do it.
Yeah. Plus,
And
like,
then I asked them, well, why do you do it? They're just like, And I'm just like, okay, that's all I need to know.
you get, like, contact drunk from people. You get,
So if
like,
I
so
just like touch somebody, I can get drunk too. Is that
or you
the,
just be
is that the
around
easy
drunk.
way?
Yeah, or just, like, be around drunk people. It's like you're drunk.
Okay, testing audio. Okay, testing audio. Alright, but it only works through the desktop speakers. This isn't my actual mic. Alright, but it only works through the desktop speakers. This isn't my actual mic. Alright, but it only works through the desktop speakers. This isn't my actual mic. Alright, but it only works through the desktop speakers. This isn't my actual mic. It only works. What about this? What about this? Ooh, that's like a 10-second delay though, I don't know. Ooh, that's like a 10-second delay though, I don't know. What about monitor and output? Ooh, that's like a 10-second delay though, I don't know. What about monitor and output? Ooh, that's like a 10-second delay though. What about monitor and output? What about monitor and output? Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Alright, whatever. Testing, testing. Alright, whatever. Testing, testing. Alright, whatever. Alright, whatever. Wait, is this working now? 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 Alright. Is this working now?
Was talking to this guy for ages, finally met up with him.
Think maybe it's
And,
working now? Sorry. Back.
Ooh.
First thing that he said to me was, "Oh, I thought you were gonna be petite," and I'm like, "Sweet."
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, that fucking asshole.
So fucking rude. Fuck you. dude.
Yeah. I thought you weren't gonna be a prick.
It's asking a lot.
Alright, I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe.
Sorry, OBS and/or Windows was being a bitch.
I don't even know what I just kept pressing things at random, and I had like Discord deafened, and I had my stream up, so that way the only thing I'd be able to hear is like whatever happens to the stream. That's so frustrating. I went through all the OBS settings and it was nothing, and I removed every like filter, pop filter, noise gate, the compressors, stuff to make it so that if somebody screams on my microphone, it won't make the stream's ears bleed, right? I just removed everything, and it still did nothing. And then I had to go into microphone private settings, and thank you. Sorry, Tasha wouldn't let me finish unless I kissed her. Anyway, she's just hovering over my face while I'm talking with her lips puckered. Okay, I'm 100% distracted. All right, thanks for whatever that star noise was on stream. I don't know what it meant. I'm sorry. Oh, Jenny subscribed. I love you, Jenny. We've been fighting for 14 minutes and 17 seconds. All right, let's do the introduction. I picked this music specifically for the intro, and now it's just been on a loop for like the whole time, and it's lost a little bit of its, Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, should I attempt to do the recap?
Please.
I just want to declare my love to Jenny and how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, it is session 9. Last time was session 8. And a whole bunch of stuff happened in the tower prior to that, and then we open up and we're like, okay, now for sure we're gonna do a long rest. But then we get to talking about Telemy Hill, I believe. I did not take the best notes last time. And then I recalled a childhood story about Telemy being an ancient fae entity, a sentient hill that communicates with people through willow trees that grow in a spiral on its back. And then I don't believe this is something I gleaned in character, at least not yet, but then some of the rules of Prismir were explained. Such as the domain sometimes transforms based on behaviors or actions taken. Sometimes things die, but either die very slowly or seem to never totally die at all, or sometimes quite suddenly. There's the rule of hospitality, the rule of ownership, and the rule of reciprocity. And I think we learned about the rule of reciprocity last time. But anyways, we did actually finish our long rest. Mildew, being an elf, stirred from her slumber/trance a little bit sooner than some of the others. I feel Shimmerwing on what became of the rabbit. Why Morgadella's hair might have wound up such a mess. And then Shimmerwing tells me that they had actually spent some time cleaning her hair. Violet got some eggs, and I had lost my appetite, so I said no thank you to eggs. Because the image of the giant bloodied foot Morgadella so proudly presented to me the night before was still in my mind. Violet put her butler to work to forage for more food and brought it up to Bug and Morgadella and shoves it in their faces, almost suffocates them. Morgadella tells Bug and Violet of the rabbit incident, is what I have written down. Bug's all worried for Hiccup, rushes downstairs to check on the horse. Hiccup was quite pleased, quite happy, full of carrots. And Bug decides to let Hiccup go free, but I believe Hiccup still chooses to stay with Bug anyways. So Bug and Hiccup establish besties. Hiccup being a horse, Bug's horse, a horse that came from a really normal place. And then we're all awake, and then we're playing catch up, getting to know one another, because not everybody knows Sir Televar. Violet tries to pick the lock in Sir Televar's cage. And then I have written here, before Violet attempts this and possibly kills Sir Televar in the process, but Bug asks him if he knows any children? Something child with a gourd for a head was his response. The only child he knows, I guess. Violet rather expertly attempts to unlock the cage in much the same fashion as Bug and fails and gets zapped by the cage. My goodberry nonsense begins, insisting that everyone takes good berries and eats them. Not immediately. And then Violet is very insistent that we go find Zybilna right away, because otherwise, she says, we will all lose our magic powers and be no good to anyone. And then there's some debate about what we do next. Mildew decides to do whatever Morgadella chooses to do, because Morgadella was the one that hired her. And we talk about all the things that Sir Televar shared with us the night before, about Bavlorna and the Hague sisters, who are in one direction, Zybilna trapped in her palace in the other direction, Telemy Hill in yet a third direction. So, yeah, I said, Morgadella thinks our next step is to head for Telemy Hill. Violet seems dead set at heading straight for Zybilna's palace. Shimmerwing seems amenable, and Bug wants to find children. But in the end, we decide to head for Telemy Hill next. Bug mentions the charts her and Shimmerwing found of the Owells. That's when Sir Televar explains the rule of reciprocity. I make a deal with Elmer to make charts of a region to the east, of which Mildew was very proud. And it's also the area in which Telemy Hill is known to be found. So yeah. And then we start heading east. We have a direction. We know where we're heading. We got maps. Mildew's very proud of her maps. She wants to know if anyone likes maps. No one's told her yet whether or not they like maps. And then immediately we encounter some very nice mud methods who mean no harm. and just like riddles, and we answered their riddles, and they gave us some peebles that Violet immediately snatched up. Good old tobacco-scented peebles. And then that's done, and then all of a sudden there's a group of Harengon, bipedal rabbit people. And some of them are the Harengon we encountered before that went up chasing after, that we said were coming with us, and then we set their snails free, and they went after their snails, and it was one of their friends that Morgadella murdered, that we had been carrying around with us that was half dead. Yeah, the Harengon, there's a couple of frog people, and they want to apprehend and arrest Shimmerwing. Shadowwing flies off in one direction, and Mildew, being clueless, assumes that they are in pursuit of the real Shimmerwing, and so she takes a stance and fires her bow and shoots one of the Harengon through the eye, and it drops dead. And, unbeknownst to her, she's foiled Shimmerwing's clever plan, and now we're in a fight. The fight happens. And yeah, during the fight, Hiccup goes down. Bug rides in on Hiccup into the fray very courageously. Hiccup goes to stomp. Hiccup gets absolutely fucked up. Violet's also on the back of the horse at this point. Hiccup goes down. I think Bug jumps off, but Violet just stays on the dying horse for a while. Good vantage point from atop the dying horse. The little frog guys are nasty, but we end up scaring off the rabbits that we didn't, but not the one that we killed, the other ones, and then we just fight the frogs. Bug goes into a rage. Shimmerwing goes into a rage. Shimmerwing goes into an actual barb rage, but Bug tries to avenge Hiccup. Almost fucking dies. There's a lot of shoving berries into people's mouths and making them chew. Yeah, I can't remember, and I didn't write down if we killed both frogs or if we killed one frog and the other one escaped. But the rabbits, who seemed scared shitless of the frogs, cleared off. They were scared shitless of the frogs, but I think they're more scared of us. And yeah, just just nice afternoon, traipsing through the swamps on our way east to Telmy Hill.
So, are you out of combat? You finished the battle?
Yeah, that's where we left off. We had just left combat. Bug and the horse are both fine. They're stabilized, but where we left off, they're both very much laying on the ground bleeding and in rough
Not to
shape.
brag or anything, but Violet saved the day.
Violet did save the day. Did she not, from atop the dying horse,
Yeah,
send out the final Eldritch Blast that did the frog in?
she sure did.
Something like that. This is a neat drawing. And yep, it was very clutch. Shimmerwing almost died. It was
To be fair,
either
Violet got Hammy to shove one of the berries into the horse's mouth so she could climb back and get out of the mud and then get a better vantage point.
yeah, true. You
Alright.
did save the horse as much as you used the horse.
Yeah.
And Shimmerwing didn't die, because Shimmerwing also almost went down.
And since we're on the map of Hither, which I believe the book specifically said, never show your players any of the maps. This is just for DM, but it's beautiful art. Why wouldn't I want to show this? Look at this bottom right corner. Look at that super long scarf. Like, if that doesn't reek
Yeah.
of someone important, I don't know what does.
Oh my god, you didn't
Um,
need to tell us that.
It's been referenced by NPCs several times, right?
Okay.
So take heroic inspiration, or you could pass it to somebody if you'd rather.
I believe I burned mine immediately yesterday, so let me
I think
just
we
see
burned
here.
all the heroic inspirations in the game, last week, yeah.
Somebody can have mine.
Because
No, they can't. You're not here. It doesn't exist anymore. It goes with you.
No, I'm giving it up for free as a parting gift. Somebody can have mine.
Does anybody want to be inspired now that Morgadella's
like we
left? Like it's a good thing?
We should give it to Kat as a welcome gift.
Inspired by your grief. Longing for my presence.
Okay, we're gonna start with Kat.
oh,
So, it had been a beautiful day the last time you saw the sun. And it's ironic then that your discoveries had felt so twisted and ugly and tragic. And upon following the trail down a literal rabbit hole, where you found a burrow that's much too large for any hair, you found a circle. And the area, dark as night, subterranean, had been littered with illustrations. And for a moment, you instinctively had reached for the jar with its specimen in it. And instead, you looked at these drawings. They're in crayon. And the quality is just terrible, but it depicted a blue-skinned monster with horns, a big long cape on its back, sharp fangs for teeth, long white hair. There were red scribbles all around it, and maybe that represented anger, maybe it represented blood. And on the floor, you had seen a glass slipper and what looked like a muffin, still wrapped, no bites had taken out of it, and it had these thick green seeds that were kind of embedded into the top of it. What you did or didn't do with these items is your business. Presently, you find yourself in a marshland, and the mud is so thick that it threatens to pull the boots right off your feet. The circle that you had been in, the transportation, this atmosphere just better reflects the grim reality of your mission. And it's been half a day at least since your arrival, and at this very moment, you find the first signs of people. It's a trio of large, imposing bunny rabbits. They're 6 feet tall at least, anthropomorphic, maybe 7 feet tall if you count their ears. 2 of the 3 seemed really injured, and the strongest of them is kind of aiding the weakest, and there's still this trembling kind of sense of terror that's in their eyes. And they put their hand out to you, and they're just like, "Whoa there! Don't go that way. There's monsters that way. They're killing everybody and sawing off their feet."
Maya would take a look at these bunnies, and she would find them rather adorable, despite the fact that they're nearly twice her size. And she'd be like, "Monsters, you say, Sir Bunny? Where they're cutting off people's feet?"
It's horrible. Like, look what they did to our friends, and then there's blood splatters on their clothes. There's like, one's got a busted up lip. There's like a swollen eye. Something has fucked these rabbits up. It's like, we're just doing our job. Our job is to patrol the hither. And this would be the first time that you've heard the name of the location that you're in. Like, you've been kind of clueless this whole time, just wandering, looking for any kind of like point of reference. It's our job to protect the hither, and we were just on patrol. And then these people just there's a flying lizard who breathes magic. There's a purple demon woman, and she murders people with her magic, right? And then there's this tall kind of like, I don't even know what she is. She looks fucking weird, and she's got a bow and arrow. And there's the smallest of them all. You think that they oh, small and cute and tiny and whatever. She's bloodthirsty. And they're murdering everybody. So don't go that way. Like, our friends are still back there. I don't think they're gonna make it.
Maya would pause and take a moment, and she'd see the bleeding bunny. Like, "I'd be happy to address these monsters for you, Sir Bunny. Does your companion require healing before I do that?"
"Oh, please do." And he gets a little bit of a smile. He looks your character up and down. Are you a person of means?
I'm afraid not. I'm a knight errant, so I don't have much in the manner of personal possessions. I am able to lay hands on you and heal you if you desire.
I think that's a fair exchange for taxes. And then they kind of like throw the Herringon, that's what they're called, the little bunny man, in front of you, and the guy drops to his knees because he can't even stand up, and he's just like, "Why'd you throw me like that?" And then he's like, "Just shut up. We're collecting taxes."
She would, very gently lean down and kind of, prop up his head and put her hand on his chest. And how do I use her ability?
Which ability are you trying to use?
The lean hand.
I think it's weird. If you're on like your combat page, scroll all the way down, and it has lay on hands, and for each tick of HP you want to use, you just unclick it. And it's just a bonus action.
Okay. So, he's not so hurt that throwing him on the ground wasn't an option. So she's probably just going to use like 3 ticks, just take a little of his pain away.
And then you'll still have 7 remaining for the day.
Yeah. And she will, as she heals him up, she's going to ask, may I ask what you mean by taxes, Sir Bunny?
Oh, well, this is the Hither, and it's run by Bavlorna, and everything that is in the Hither belongs to Bavlorna. So like the air you're breathing, that's hers. The land you're walking on, that's hers. And so you kind of owe it to her that you're using all her stuff, and you didn't even ask. And so we just go around collecting taxes. It's our job. Literally, it's like it's in the job description.
I see. So you work for Bavlorna.
Well, we work for Asdon Longscarf. I mean, let's not get it confused. Bavlorna rules the land, but Asdon, he's fucking... between me and you, his scarf is about 37 feet long.
Oh my.
Right?
How did he not trip on it?
Where'd he get... Because he's the leader of the brigands. He's the Prince of Prismere.
Oh. And he is allied with Bavlorna then? And that's why you do...
Yeah, they're basically besties. I mean, basically.
Okay. I understand. If I wanted to speak to Lady Bavlorna, would I be able to find her? Does she take an audience with... would she take an audience with a stranger?
Ooh, like the two that aren't talking to you, as soon as you mention it, they share a look with each other. Roll an insight. As this guy's gonna continue.
Oh, you wanna talk to Bavlorna? We could bring you to Bavlorna if you'd like. And then like one of them is shaking his head like, no, do not do this.
So insight is I just click on the word insight and roll it. Okay. She intuits nothing.
You intuit that these are trustworthy bunnies who have your best interest.
Of course they do.
Yeah. No, they seem upright at least, anyway.
I mean, they are standing upright.
And hurt. Yeah, no. They're just a little frazzled right now.
Yeah, we were working with Bavlorna's not minions. I don't know what the word associates, business secretaries. Secretary is like a very powerful position in Prismere. I don't know if you're aware of it. It's basically the top of the line of anything you can be. And that's what the Lornlings are. And then I'm fairly certain that either the Lornlings are dead or dying right now, and he points behind him. They're in a fight to the death with the monsters we were talking about.
I see. Well, I can't go see Bavlorna at the moment. And she kind of finishes healing the bunny and helps him sit up a little. As I need to go address these monsters, perhaps the Lornlings will be able to show me where she is after I finished. Or
there's
a place to go.
An obvious like shudder, like their shoulders are just trembling as soon as you mention like maybe the Lornlings can take us to Bavlorna, and then there's this audible gulp, and they're like,
yep, they sure can. Anyways, we gotta go. Thanks for the taxes.
And then they just hop away, literally hopping, not walking.
That's a question. Even though she
Oh, yep.
rolled a very poor insight check, would she have noticed that they seem slightly apprehensive about the Lornlings and going to Bavlorna?
Do a perception check. This could be a little bit different. The insight's kind of your gut feeling based on like the words that are being exchanged, which is why it's like a wisdom versus charisma. But your perception can also read body language.
Okay.
And they kind of did it twice. So you rolled for the first one. You didn't pick it up the first time, but the second time you got the feeling of like the thing that you're offering to do is something they themselves would be scared to do. It's like you can't stand up to the boss. You can't just demand these things. Maybe it's a little worse than that on a 17. It was definitely fear at your suggestion.
Interesting. So she'd know then that these bunnies are working for Prince Longscarf, who is allied to Bavlorna, and yet they are afraid of her and her underlings.
Yes.
Which, you know, would connect, like maybe Bavlorna is somehow connected to the evil which she hunts. But she's still gonna go and seek out these monsters and see if she can help the bunnies in peril.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So like when they talked about Longscarf, it was with admiration, and it's like, he's got the longest scarf in the world, obviously. When they talk about Bavlorna, it's very, like, quiet and shaky.
Okay.
They're scared of her. They're scared of her underlings. Secretaries.
Okay. So she'll be a little cautious of the Lornlings if she comes across them then. And knows what they are, I guess. She would have to identify what they are.
Right, they didn't describe it at all.
So I guess she would head in the direction that the bunnies had indicated the monsters were?
That makes sense to me. We're gonna change maps. I'm gonna put a little bird, a three-eyed raven on the map so that you can have vision. That way, if your character's not here, you can still see things. Okay, so for the rest of the party, the world around you feels strangely quiet. The battle, as that's kind of what it had turned into, had seemed so heated and so emotionally charged. Initially, it had been a few hobbled Harengon and some tiny toad-like creatures. Nothing you hadn't been able to stand up to yet, and besides, you were fully rested. You're at your utmost best, your top-tier condition, right? And the group of brigands had held up a wanted poster. The Harengon were trembling, bowing to the authority of these lightning-quick and disgustingly quilled Lornlings. And it doesn't take any kind of check for your group to recognize that this party had been sent to find Shimmerwing. And the Harengon that you had let go previously had intercepted them and gave them information. Those same Harengon were allowed to flee a second time. And now you lie battered and bruised, not a single one of you without at least a little of your own life essence spilled onto your clothes, mixing with the mud. One of you still lies in it, the squelch audible as you move, the stench festering, the smell of vegetative rot. Your horse Hiccup lies on its side, a green ichor is kind of matted against her fur betwixt dozens of puncture wounds. Her eyes are rolled back in pain. And she's alive, but just barely. To ask of her more than a staggered walking pace would be cruel. Storm clouds swirl above you as rain begins to drizzle, and there's an expression of disappointment there amidst the clouds. Then again, people find imagery in the clouds of every realm. The mists encroach, the very mist that had seemed to be miles away before when you had first seen them from the Queen's Highway yesterday. I need everybody to make an Arcana check, please, except for the new player.
Oh boy, what a good roll.
Same.
Okay, so Shimmerwing knows the most about this. That makes the most sense, too. These mists are sentient and powerful, and they descend with purpose and have an aura of strong, potent magic about them. You know that their magics are capable of whisking away individuals to any part of the Feywild. It's what separates the splintered realm, and it's what kept you bound to the Thither for so long. And already, the Mist have reached out, and they're wrapping around an extended hand, Morgadella's hand. And from her half-elven face, her green skin kind of lights up, and her eyes look really puzzled, and she hears something or someone that's in the mist themselves, and she nods her head, answering only with 2 words. Of course. She doesn't even turn to look at you. How long has she been mesmerized and under this curse? You can't remember her having even lifted a finger during the fight, and now she exhales once and she steps into the mist, fading first into a silhouette and then into nothing as the mist slowly begins to recede. The mud becomes a soggy puddle as you feel the familiar rise of water levels. And from your experience all day yesterday and a little bit of the half a day that you had spent before, you now understand that you have maybe 10 minutes before this place is just going to become flooded with 5 feet of brown, foul-scented water, and it's going to have its own current flowing probably in a direction you don't want to go. But before that happens, another figure emerges. And Kat, what does your character look like, and what would be her reaction to seeing these individuals? Their weapons are drawn, there are dead bodies at their feet as the rain is picking up a little heavier now.
You would see about a... Let's see. What tall did I make her? Sorry, give me 1 second. She is slightly tall for a halfling. You'd see a halfling approach you. She's about 3.5 feet tall, a little less. What you'd see mostly though is her armor. She wears quite heavy armor. You'd see her just slogging very purposely forward in the mud, shoulders squared, a lantern in her hand, a glare on her face. You'll see tattoos on her face. She has purple, almost dwarven-looking designs on either side of her face. Her nose is pierced, her eyebrows, and her ears are pierced with silver. And her hair sweeps to half of her face, and it's purple, dark purple. She's youngish, not a child, not a teenager, but she's not old by any means. And she's moving with fierce determination. She's clearly a woman on a mission. And as she approaches and sees everyone wounded, it's not what she was expecting to see. She was expecting to come across a battle.
You can see the aftermath of a battle just from where you're at right now. 20 feet in front of you, there's another one of those bunny people. They have an arrow shot through their eyeball. Their dead body just laying across a giant boulder, just bleeding out. South of them, there's a horse on its side, blood everywhere. There's a woman in purple sitting on top of the horse. There's a little hamster also on top of the horse. There's these dead little frog people around them right there. Off further away, maybe 50 feet away, there are 2 little fairy dragons that are kind of flying flanking on each side of another dead little frog woman. And then you see like an elf that's bent down, and they're addressing what looks to be somebody bleeding out, another halfling like yourself.
Okay, so she's able to see the aftermath of the battle,
yes,
then, rather than an active battle. She would recognize the fellow halfling and several of the other forms as not denizens of this plane, but she would still be confused as to whether they were friend or foe. She'd probably walk up to the hare and pull the arrow out of its eye, and put her hand on its head in kind of a benediction. And then she would, she would address those who were on the ground. It's like, what's happened here? You look to be in need of aid. How can I help?
Hearing
She
that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, she also would be eyeing the dragon suspiciously out of the corner of her eye. She has a healthy respect for dragons for her own reasons.
You know what? I think the second Shimmer would see somebody like that, Shimmer would just like flop to the ground, being melodramatic,
God.
just like the first time.
Water.
I guess Mildew would sort of jump up and spin around and say, "Hello!" She knows Shimmer wing to the side, flopping down. She'd be like, "Oh shit! Yes, hello. Right. You don't mean any harm. We don't mean any harm. That's great. That's fantastic. You said how can you help? Shit. The water levels rising. Not good. I need to get over to that horse and make it better so that I can lift this little one here onto the horse and we can get to higher ground straight away. Crap, Shimmerwing, are you alright?
So thirsty.
Oh, fuck. He's this. I'll get you some water in a minute, Shimmerwing. Just hold on. Don't drink the pond scum, probably. I'll be right back for you, Bug. I've got to get Hiccup on his feet so that we can... I don't even know if Hiccup has balls, but I have to... We'll get you aboard, Hiccup.
Yeah, you go right ahead. Well, child.
Just hold on. Sorry.
Bug does a little salute to her.
Oh, God.
Cute.
What tears begin welling up in Mildew's eyes again, and she just sort of like does a false start and then runs over to Hiccup and is gonna use Cure Wounds on Hiccup. Oh, please.
Ooh, 7. Okay. That's a little low considering you get 2d8 plus 2, right? So maximum of 18. 7's a little middling, but for a horse, you watch as a lot of the puncture wounds kind of scab over. Like, it doesn't just like return to the state that it was at before, right? Like, even with healing magic, there's gonna leave like scars and stuff, right? And sometimes there's a little bit of lingering pain. You feel like it's probably half as healthy as you're used to it being, but at least now it's in a position where it's trying to shake Violet, and I don't think it even has to try. It's capable of carrying a lot of weight, and so it's just gonna stand up from its side. Violet, do you hop off, or do you want to be shaken off? Or do you want to try to stay on?
Do I like feel that he's gonna shake me off?
You feel like she's just standing up, and but you're kind of standing on her side. If that makes sense, like.
I can. Yeah, I'll try to stay on. Should I like roll acrobatics or something?
Yeah, do some acrobatics. We'll call this a difficulty of 12. Not out of the world crazy. You watch it. All right, so Mildeleary, you've got this healing touch, this cure wounds, and you put your hands on Hiccup, and it's feeling good enough that it's like it's wanting to get back to a standing, rising position. And you watch Violet. Go ahead and describe how you just kind of flip and keep your balance onto this horse as it changes like verticality.
I just kind of imagine that Violet's kind of in a stance, like as you would see somebody on like a surfboard. But like, or maybe like she's like just she's down on one knee with one hand out, yeah, and just kind of like one hand on the horse, trying to like balance. But she's ready for it. And then she just puts her hand out to Hammy to crawl back up from eating the frog's eyeball.
Yeah, you watch as this hamster still has this eyeball in its mouth and it just chomps it, and some kind of nasty vileness oozes down his cheeks. It doesn't seem to bother him at all, and he just eats it and climbs up your hand.
I should say who's gonna eat the eyeball.
Well, that's what he likes to do.
Ugh.
Why do you think that's his go-to move, is to tear out the eyes? What do you think he does with them?
Maybe he collects them.
Anyways. Violet, like, kind of thinks out loud. She's like, hey. Are they, like, craving some frog's legs after this battle? And she starts to summon her butler to make her some food.
God, Violet's got such an appetite.
You watch as this frog lady's lifeless corpse floats up into the air, dripping with some kind of, it's not blood, it's like a little black ink that comes out of it. And it's carried over to some dried twigs over here. And you just assume the butler's trying to prepare things to help make a fire so that it can cook this thing for you. Maya, a floating dead frog woman, passes by you as you're investigating the Herringon that had the arrow in its eye.
She wants to pick up one of the dead ones and stuff it in a pouch for later investigation, because clearly time is of the essence here. There's going to be a flood. But she wants to take a closer look at these weird frog things. And she would have a troubled moment deciding whether she wants the floating one or the one by the strange dragon. And she'd decide that in the Feywild, maybe the dragon would be the better choice than some random scary floating thing.
Question for the group that was here last week. Did we roll on the death table for the Lornlings?
I don't think so. Nothing happened when we
Thank
killed
you.
them, I don't
All right.
think.
Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
We're gonna do the floating one first. Sorry, we got certain rules that, and it's hard to keep track of everything always. So we're gonna let Milda Larry roll a d8, and this is gonna be for the one that's about to be cooked. Okay, that thing is just dead. There's no bringing it back. And then Violet, since you were the one that took out the last Lornling, roll a d8, please. It's dead. And then also for Maya, since you're tending to the one that, again, has an arrow going right through its brain, I need you to roll a d8.
Okay, she did pull the arrow out.
Right, okay.
Let me roll. How do I roll just a d8?
You can type /roll space 1d8, or if you go to the left side of the screen, there's a bar. One of them looks like a d20, and it has like all the different die there, and you can just click one of those.
Okay.
Oh my god. As soon as you pull the arrow out, there's like a little beam of sunlight that comes from the storm clouds, and you watch as this Herringon's fur changes to gold, and it gasps, and it still doesn't have an eyeball, and you can still see all the way through to the back of its skull. And it just says, "Oh my god, what happened?" As it's revivified with 1 hit point.
Jesus. Peace, Sir Bunny. Can you... She'd be very confused as to how it's alive.
It shouldn't be. Yeah.
But she'd try to calm it as best she could. Perhaps try to put another hit point or two into it, because she still thinks that these guys are her friends.
You'd like to put hit points into it?
Yeah, she's gonna use Laying On of Hands to try to... It would just be instinctual for her, you know, this it's so wounded in front of her. And it just came back from what should have been death.
How many hit
And
points?
so probably 2.
Can I try to notice what she's doing? So it's like I'm kind of watching my butler go that way and cook me food.
Yeah, I think you just saw Mildaliri do something very similar, so you know she's over there healing this thing, and she has somehow brought it back to life.
Hey, what are you doing over there? You know those things are awful, right?
Awful or victims?
What? No, victims. I'm a victim. I said arrest that lizard, and then it's like the world is half dark right now. Somebody
Oh my
shot
goodness,
me.
they'll talk forever if you let them.
Well,
They think
I
the
could use
world
some
is
information.
theirs. They break the rules and they lie to us. Oh, I don't remember all the ones they did. They're trying to trick us.
I
Well,
was
have you-
certain that I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're fine. She just has a lot of questions. But yes, go ahead.
Milda's gonna call out, I was certain that one was dead after I put an arrow through its skull, but I'm glad you're alright, Mr. Rabbit. Please don't fuck with us anymore. I don't want to.
And it covers its like the hole in its head with its hand, and you could tell it's in terrible pain. And then they with their good eye they look at Maya and it's like, could you please protect me from them?
No one here will be harming anyone else anymore. The hostilities have ended. We need to leave this place.
Oh my lord, we were saving the one bunny, and he, like, as soon as he woke up, he tried to kidnap one of us.
Yes, and was one of their feet cut off by somebody?
Wasn't me. Listen, it's, yes, it was, I don't know who you are. You seem kindly. I don't know how you brought that rabbit back to life, but, listen, not to be trusted. Definitely, maybe someone cut off another rabbit's foot. It's a whole thing. Shit, I've really got to get, back onto this horse.
She's lying. That's all they do is they kill us and they collect our feet. It's a thing for them.
It's not all we do.
If you try to kill us, we'll kill you.
We didn't try to kill you. We tried to take you to jail. It's different.
Yeah, and as soon as we try to stop you, you try to kill us. And
No.
so once you guys, if a rabbit's dead, you might as well keep their lucky feet. We're honoring you guys.
Maya would look at her with a little bit of horror.
Yeah, so does the Herongon. The one-eyed Herongon is just horrified right now.
Mr. Bunny, remain here. If you move aggressively towards them, I will stop you. But as long as
Please
you remain
call
unaggressive,
me
I will
Greggy
ensure your
Jr.
safety. Greggy. As long as you remain
Greggy
unaggressive,
Jr. You
I
gotta
will
say the
ensure
whole
your
thing.
safety.
My father was also a
Greggy.
Gregory.
Greggy Jr., do you agree that we are at peace?
I can't hardly hear you. I've got a hole in my face.
I see that, but I will stop you with another hole in your face if you move aggressively. Did you hear that?
I've never went aggressive in my whole life, so you have I swear on Agdon's long scarf. I've
He only
never
has
harmed
one of
any
those
of these
eyes.
people.
Hmm.
Who has one of the
She's going to
eyes?
start moving very purposely towards this corpse over here by the dragon, while eyeing the dragon very suspiciously. But she really needs that evidence.
He just said,
So
I swear.
Shimmerwing was
sorry.
like crawling through the mud to like
I saw that.
get into the bug's bag, just like a wounded like puppy, just barely dragging himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, because Bug would be laying on her backpack, and I was gonna say when Mildew helps her up, Bug's gonna be like, Wildshot, can you open my backpack for Shimmerwing? He probably wants to hop in there.
Yes, of course. Shimmerwing, yes. I didn't notice you. All covered in muck. Oh, shit. And then I'm assuming I've gotten Bug at least into a sitting up position. And I get her sitting up and lift open the backpack and, like, sort of gingerly...
The water's about 6 inches high at this point, also.
Oh, God. Yeah, she's supporting Bug's back with one hand and gingerly lifting Shimmerwing up and into her backpack with the other. And then she's gonna like transition to getting like both arms under like Bug's armpits to try and like lift her up. She's gonna call out to Violet. Violet, could you please bring Hiccup a little closer?
Yeah, Violet was just like in the
Treasure
middle
keeper.
of being like, the faster we get out of here, the faster we get to Zaza, and she was already asking the horse to go back to Bug.
Alright, I'm gonna try and lift Bug up onto the horse. Do I need to do like a strength check for that? She's got like a
She
backpack
doesn't
full
weigh
of
too
treasure.
much. She does have
Okay.
a backpack full of... What's actually... What
And
is
a
your
fat-
strength, actually?
Yeah,
And
my
the
strength
dragon.
is...
So we're just going to call that 90, 80, 170, 30, 200, 240. What's your strength modifier?
+1.
Let's do an athletics check.
Okay. I might be burning my inspiration real quick, but I also have guidance.
It's fine.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
2.
I am burning my inspiration.
We got to roll for back pain. No.
I'm burning my inspiration.
Can't the horse put its head down to pick her up?
Can...
Oh, 19.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, easy. Like, they're surprisingly heavy for their size. You should be able to carry Bug in one hand and Shimmerwing in the other, typically. But you realize they have a hoard of treasure somehow. And so that is what's weighing them down, all their property.
You two have been busy or something?
So thirsty.
Oh, listen, I'll get you up there and then I'll pass you my water skin, alright? Are they successfully on the horse now?
Yes.
Did I do it? Yay! This is why we burn our inspiration immediately. So we don't get a 1 on our athletics check.
So what is Shadowwing doing with Maya?
Oh, Shadowwing is taking the spear this thing had, and it's got it in their mouth, and it's just looking at Maya, almost just. I mean, it is still smaller than Maya, so it just has like a spear in its mouth, like a dog holding a stick.
So I guess Maya would walk up she doesn't take her eyes off of the dragon as she walks up. Just, not making threatening eye contact, just making sure she's keeping an eye on what he's doing. She's moving slowly and purposefully, and she reaches down to grab the Lornling and stuff it in her pack.
Grouse.
I hope this is not your prey, Sir Dragon. I need this as evidence.
I mean, the thing tried to kill us. And all of them.
And then gestures over to mortally wounded.
See, we were minding our own business, and we were just going through the swamp and solving puzzles and riddles with friends, and then they showed up, and then they just tried to start killing us. And so we had to defend ourselves, and it just all went crazy.
This would
And
make
that
Maya
thing
smile slightly.
kinda murderous.
Should say, I've never known a dragon or a dragonborn to mind their own business. That's rather novel of you. As
Well,
she finishes
you know, it
stuffing
is-
the Lornling in the back.
Shadowwing is like beaming with pride.
We should leave this place, Sir Dragon. Are you able to move on your own accord?
I mean, I'm fine.
And it just immediately starts to fly.
Okay. So has she
Yeah,
been able to
yes.
pick up the Lornling and stuff it in her pack?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This thing, as you pick it up, this is like it's about 6 inches tall, and while they look similar to frogs, they have webbed hands and webbed feet. The legs themselves kind of bend like a frog's would, right? Where it's got like the knees up and it's ready to spring. This actually looks more like a tiny woman. And she just has bug eyes, but she's got like a humanoid mouth and stuff. And she has little bitty quills that are kind of sunken into the slimy bits of her back that are covered in mucus. And it's the same quill that dragon had in its mouth.
Okay. I guess so if he's flying towards the horse, she'd probably move back towards the hare and be like, come, Gregory Jr. or Greggy Jr. We must leave this place. And she'd grab him by his big hairy paw.
That one can't be trusted either.
Mm.
They're the reason that they attacked us.
Well, he's promised to be peaceful, and if he breaks his promise, I will make sure he pays for it.
I've never broken a promise a day in my life, except I did promise that I would take this dragon, and he points to Shadowwing, to the brigands' cells, so I have to either promise you, or I have to promise Agdon, and it's hard to keep two promises that are opposites. Could we non-violently escort the prisoner back to jail?
I'm afraid that's
Hearing
not
that-
possible.
Mildew turns and pulls out her bow and she said, "What was that?"
I think I can nothing. I think I need to go.
I think that would be for the best.
You
Maya
should
would hold on
definitely
to his
stay here.
paw a little tighter not to let him go. Sorry, go ahead, Cube.
No, I was just saying,
You should definitely stay here. Because the last time we let you guys go, you went and brought friends to try and kill us.
and then gestures towards Maya's bag.
So really, the Lornlings dying is because of you. You want to tell that to your boss?
That's a good point.
Oh, sorry, I only have one eye, so I can't hear so well. What?
Oh, don't worry.
And Shadow will fly right to their ear and yell everything he just said again.
This is abuse! And it pulls its ears down like a fucking frightened rabbit on Winnie the Pooh, and it like ties a knot under its chin so that his ears won't flop back up.
Maya will reach
Clearly
as
its
high up
hearing
on his
is-
arm as she could reach.
Clearly, his
sorry,
hearing
go
is
ahead,
better
Cube.
than they thought.
What'd you say, sorry?
Clearly, his hearing is better than he claims.
Or you have a
I think-
booming voice.
Mildew kind of shouts across. I think that's rather because I don't know that hearing is connected to eyesight, but I could deal with the other eyeball, and we could really see.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. Oh no, Mildew,
In front of this
is
new
not your
person who just
wheelhouse.
wants to heal people and save people, and you're like, I'll shoot your other fucking eye out, Ralphie.
Mildew is at her wits' end, just like the horse almost died, Bug almost died. Sir Televar, thankfully, has been keeping his mouth shut for once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Hold on, let me get his little
No.
icon out. Hold on. You hear a voice from a third fucking dragon, except this one is being kept in a silver bird cage that has been attached to this horse's reins, and it's like almost like a lantern would be. It's like right next to like the underneath the horse's head, and the cage is covered in mud. And you hear, and they say, "Yes, giant lady, you cut his fucking eyes out. That'll teach you, fucking brigands." And then he spits, but the spit can't leave the cage because of the magical constraints, so it just kind of runs down the side of it. If I were out of this cage, I'd make mincemeat out of this Harangon right away.
No, Sir Televar, you're all right. Good. Good.
She sounds enthused.
Is that another night I see?
Yes, Sir Televar.
Someone turn my cage around. I can't. It's that the horse is in the way. Hiccup, move.
Oh my.
Don't you talk to my horse that way?
This is my stallion.
Listen, Sir Televar, there's not time right now. How about we just get, well, we need to get to higher ground, like, now?
Yeah, it's
and
about a
then
foot off the ground
eventually-
now. It is
Okay.
flooding.
Oh Jesus, we need to go.
Let's get to higher ground, and then I'm sure at some point you'll have a better vantage point. All right? You just
And
got to
then
wait
we'll
for
murder
it.
the Heron.
I
No,
don't
we will not.
know.
I could.
She says no. I say let's get to higher ground. That's yes.
The Haragon speaks up.
Or you could just let me go and I'd be fine. And...
Did the intimidation?
You just
want to
be let go in
Oh,
a
the
cave?
15.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. He is hiding. He's double your height, and he squats down and bends his knees so that he can properly hide behind you, positioning like while you're still holding his hand, you could feel it like tug behind your back, and he is hiding from Juniper at this point.
I think Maya's going to try and persuade him. I think she's going to, if he's hunched behind her, she's going to turn around and she's going to put her hand kind of on his cheek, and she's going to say, I'm not going to let them hurt you, but I can't let you hurt them. I've saved your life, Reggie Jr.
I could
and you owe
repay
me a
this.
debt.
I do owe you. How about I leave and I never ever come back?
No, I require something of you, and then you may leave.
Okay, deal. What do you need?
I need information, but first we need to leave this
Don't
place.
trust him. He's a brigand.
Listen,
hear
you
the
want
tiny-
Brigands have
information?
intel.
We have so much intel, and maybe he does too. If you can tie him up or something and take him with us, that would be good. Otherwise, I don't think he's coming with us.
She would look rather amused at Mildieri. Is that how I say her name?
Yeah.
I just think, and how do you propose I tie up a large bunny rabbit twice my size, madam?
Ah, well, how about with
It's-
rope? And
It's a physical impossibility. She's right. She's smart. You should just let me go.
Mildew starts immediately rustling through her pack and then just, like, takes out her coil of rope and tosses it over. Just...
He has no strength. He's not going to be able to fight you back.
Ma'am,
and you
I'm
have
very
this flying
concerned that
dragon
the
right there.
floods are gonna take you away. You are not tall enough to survive this.
Let's go. then.
Hey.
Come.
Hey,
Yes, Bug? Are you
we
alright?
forgetting what the hell those rabbits did to Morgadella? I think we should just leave that fucker here. And yeah.
Well, you know, you raise a good point, but if it's this new one's responsibility, then that's what she wants to do. That's I'm just focused on getting all of us here on top of Deer Hiccup. There's Violet, Bug, Shimmerwing, Sir Televar, and Hammy just all piled on this horse, and Mildew's has now closed up her satchel and is pulling on the horse just towards higher ground.
So is the Harangon strong enough to give Maya uppies to get out of this situation?
Let's you can either do an investigation check. This is more of a investigation is kind of a how check. So this is how strong he is based on the physicality that you're looking at, the biology, physiology.
Investigation. She's
And
not
you
good
can-
at investigation. Let's try this.
You can probably get advantage because Shadow Wing is landed on this thing's head, so that might give you some
Yeah, it seemed to be
relative scale of what it can carry.
Okay. Investigation.
Now you get to roll it a second time because you have advantage,
Oh, okay.
and then you take the higher of the two.
That's right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, even on a 10, you're pretty sure this guy could give you a piggyback if you needed.
Okay.
They have really strong legs. Like really, really.
I'll make you a deal, Greggy Jr. These people do not like you. Give me a ride on your shoulders out of here, and give me the information I seek. If you give me something of value, we will be square, and you may go your own way.
That
Rule of
seems like a terrible
reciprocity.
deal.
Got it. All right, losers, you heard that? I'm getting away scot-free. piggyback ride? And how do you like slingshots?
Well, free from her, not from
Your word
me.
is your bond.
And there's a smirk.
Go ahead.
She would roll her eyes when he was taunting them. It's just like, oh my god, get the fuck out of here.
What was that last bit for shadowing?
Oh, shadowing just saying, free from her, not from me, and then a smirk.
Well, she happens to be my new BFF, right? A piece. And then he just lifts you up. And he seems to be, like, healthy enough, right? Like, obviously, he's got this huge head wound, but, like, his physical body has not been hurt. And there's a little, instability as they tip to the side, and then, but then they balance themselves out. All right, so where are we going? We got 7 minutes left before this place is gone.
The higher ground! Should I do a survival check?
Please.
I still get a bonus, right?
Yes.
What's the bonus again?
You just get advantage because you have a map. So you just roll twice, but you didn't need it. 19's good enough.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, on a 19, you actually see two different possibilities in the distance. You, again, according to your cartography skills, you don't have a compass, and it's a little irksome that when you're trying to navigate by the stars, they randomly change position to make faces at you in the sky, and you're just like, well, that's not helpful, right? But you know that you have been currently riding east, which would make these hilltops in polar opposite directions. There is one to your north and one to your south. The first one, the north one, is thick with trees, but there is a light source. It's illuminating a small building, maybe lanterns, probably. So you can imagine that someone is living there. The one to the south is easier to see, as on this hilltop there's no trees around it at all, and it's a very small building. And it has a little symbol on its steepled rooftop. Make a religion check. You have no idea what this means.
Wait. What about with a little bit of guidance?
On a 6, you're just like, it's a triangle roof. What do you want to do?
Was that the northern hilltop?
North is the one that you think somebody's living at, and it's got a bunch of trees around it. South, no trees, no cover, and it's just a small standalone building, steepled.
Oh. I think I'd head towards where there's light, because, maybe someone will be able to, I don't know, give us direction. Mildew's just be like, I see a light source coming from the northern hilltop. There may be someone there. We might be able to seek their aid. To the north.
Yeah, and we can collect some taxes too. Tell them they have to let us sleep in their bed, or else. And then Gregory Jr. pounds his fist into his hand.
Maya would
Well, we'll see. To the north.
We're all brigands now, again.
Oh, Christ.
As
Yes,
you're
yes.
going north, I need you to make a history check, Mildelery.
My friend Christ.
On a 10.
What about?
Okay, 14's better. On a 14, you're already traveling north, and you're still trying to think about that building to the south. Like, to the north, it's like you have tree coverage, there's lights, there's somebody there, so you imagine, like, probably sustains life, probably somebody's house. We have no idea what the other building is. And then you're like, what a weird religious symbol to have an upside-down chicken foot as, like, your holy symbol. And then you remember, you saw this shit at the carnival.
And wasn't that also given to us in the description of Zybilna? Doesn't my character also know that? That Zybilna has
Yes.
an upside down chicken foot tattoo?
As you're heading north, you believe that's correct. It's not too late to turn around.
Alright, snap decision time, everyone. There may be safety to the north, but there may be answers to the south. What say you?
Whatever way gets us to Zaza faster.
I have reason to believe that perhaps to the south might lead us to Zaza faster.
Who the fuck is Zaza? Maya mutters under her breath. She's getting very cold with the she got wet and she's cold, just getting a little cranky.
As you mutter this, you notice the water's rising. It's at 2 feet right now, and it just keeps getting higher and higher. The bunny underneath you shrugs and is like, "Beats me. I have no idea."
Wherever we go, can we go faster?
I vote we go to where people live so we can collect the taxes.
It's all very nice, but you're not really, whatever, shit. To the south!
We everybody gets a vote. What about? And he's gonna nudge you on his shoulders. Just tell them you want to vote to where people live.
Violet just tugs on the reins and gets us going.
I'm afraid we must follow them, Greggy Jr. We can find people later. We need to interrogate these people first.
He sighs and he's like, "All right, but they're gonna be fucking pissed." And everybody starts traveling south, right?
Yeah.
You didn't go too far north. It was more like you walked for 2 whole minutes and you're just brainstorming and you're like, "I've seen that. That's definitely a Zybilna reference at least." All right. So, you make your way south, and let me change this stupid. Standing atop a lonely, kind of jagged mound of mud is this tiny, sorrowful structure that looks as if it were squeezed upward from the muck by some cruel hand. Once upon a time, these were whitewashed, but now its wooden slats are kind of scorched with black and gray and ash, and there are these weeping long streaks of soot that kind of feed into the swamp below it and into the mud. It looks incredibly small. Maybe it's 20 feet long, but this is a chapel. And again, it has that upside down chicken foot symbol on its rooftop. And it leans precariously to one side, though not as bad as the slanty tower did. The most jarring feature, again, is of the narrow steeple. The roof is charred, and as you get closer, you can see it's a wrought iron weather vane. Sorry. But again, instead of a rooster, it's just topped with this massive upside-down chicken foot, and it's made of kind of like a tarnished kind of copper, right? Maybe. The talons are pointing mockingly towards the heavens, and there's this faint, rhythmic kind of clinking sound that echoes as the wind rattles the metal against the burnt shingles. The doorway to this building has been kicked in, leaving a gaping kind of toothy hole where the entrance used to be. And for Shimmerwing, you understand that this is a chapel of whimsy. There are a dozen scattered throughout Prismeer. The idea is sometimes you need a little laughter and a little joy and a little chaos in your life. And so you would come to these shrines and just give a little prayer to the fairy godmother. But this thing looks like somebody tried to burn it down. It's got trash everywhere and slime and muck and guck. It no longer has a door. It's fucked up looking. In disrepair.
Shimmerwing would immediately fly out of the bag after making sure to have partaken some of, rehydrating properly. And just fly around and look at the insides and are there pews or anything?
Oh yeah, there's
what's inside?
Does anybody else go inside with him?
Mildew's is just glad that everyone's gotten to safety, and she wants to maybe like recap a little bit.
Oh, there was no hesitation from Shimmerwing.
Gregory.
There was like there was no hesitation and no like asking for like if
Right.
it's safe to go in. Like Shimmer just immediately went in. Like there's
I was just seeing if anybody would see you zoom in, if their instinct might be, I'm gonna go in with Shimmerwing, or if they're gonna let you go in alone.
I think Mildew would just. I think Mildew's just used to Shimmerwing doing Shimmerwing things. So she'd probably acknowledge him flying out and being like, I guess, thinking to herself, suppose my water skin's still in Vogue's pack. I'll have to get that later. And then, yeah.
Gregory Jr.'s gonna kind of message up to Maya and say,
Told you they're gonna be pissed. I'm not going inside.
Who's going to be pissed?
and he points to the dragon that just flew inside the chapel.
Angry dragons are never good for anybody. And Maya would definitely stay outside of the chapel with Draggy.
So the air inside the chapel is thick with the smell of old smoke and stagnant water and rot. There are 4 rows of small splintered pews that are kind of haphazardly strewn across the floor at this point. They're littered with swamp trash. There's discarded snail shells, soggy playing cards, and bird bones. There's patchy, multicolored moss growing in the burn marks of the wood, and it's kind of a mockery of the vibrant life this chapel once upon a time celebrated. At the far end, where an altar should be of Zybilna, it stands a marble statue of her for sure, and it was clearly once upon a time a work of like breathtaking beauty, but it has been systematically ruined. There's a thick coating of translucent green slime that's been smeared over her face like a veil. Her outstretched hands have been broken off, and in their place someone has tied bundles of dead, stinking weeds with rusted wire. Scrawled across her chest is this foul-smelling swamp mud, and it's the words, "The Mother of Lies." At the base of the statue, the floor is a carpet of filth, its muddy footprints, broken glass from what used to be stained glass windows, and the remains of small animals that were offered in some twisted, insulting ritual.
So, I think Shadowwing is immediately gonna just follow suit and fly in and actually start cleaning things. So, like, just start gathering up some of the small things that Shadowwing can, especially around, like, the statue, just trying to clean it off. Meanwhile, Shimmer flies to the shoulder of this statue and coils around it with just this somber and like sad, just kind of like a resting cat on like a shoulder.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. This is going to be a difficulty of 14.
Oh.
Shimmer is sad.
Oh, and Bug's too fucked up to comfort him.
For a second, you feel your ears start to burn, but then you resist the spell, and you realize somebody has laid a trap here for people like you.
So, I don't really have like counterspell. That's way later, but I'd just be like, I imagine in this situation, it like whatever spell it was, just the sheer just willpower, just I just completely ignore. It's like I'm aware there's a spell being cast, but
Right.
like I don't know, I'm overpowering it to the point where it's like this is mine. And I mean I guess it wasn't really a nat 20, but like I guess would I know if I stay on it? Do I have like is the effect lingering, or is it kind of seem like does it seem like the magic is gonna still be active and like
You
try
feel
and
like the trigger was anybody who tries to clean up this shrine or touch the statue of Zybilna. And you feel like right now you're okay, but if you were to like try to start cleaning up again, you might have to repeat it, or if you left the statue and then returned to it again.
could I do, I guess, an Arcana check to figure out what spell is on it?
Yeah.
And I will have Shadow help because I am very aware of it.
Oh, okay. On a 25, Zybilna invented this spell, but she definitely didn't place it on here. So it had to be somebody close enough to her that they could replicate her own unique brand of magic. This is called the Curse of Jackassery, and it turns you partly into a donkey, and then everyone around you, even your closest friends and family members, they're compelled to call you Jackass instead of by your name. It's for people like the brigands who are deserving of punishment. This is what Zybilna created it for. Just a little whimsical punishment.
And with that 25, would I have an idea how to remove, like disable or remove or deactivate
You
this?
could
'Cause right
use
now
a
Shimmer's, like,
remove curse
fully-
spell.
Okay, I ain't got that. So I guess my sheer faith in Zybilna is not enough.
No. It's been
Or,
placed by somebody particularly potent.
Yeah. Actually, would I have an idea of maybe an object that triggers it? Or is it just like a zone kind of thing?
It's like
if
an
I
area.
destroy
It's
an object.
the act of the trigger itself. Once you're inside the chapel, that's probably why it's so dirty. They're trying to trick people into cleaning it up so that the spell can get them. An option could be you could endure the curse and then clean the shrine, and then its effect would no longer be able to trigger on other people.
Would I have an idea how long that would take, though?
Yes, just because it was specifically her who created this, I imagine you were there kind of like over the shoulder watching. This is a daily check. Every time you finish a long rest, you have to do another wisdom saving throw to see if you can get rid of the jackassery. And it doesn't really have any debilitating effects. It's more of a humiliation.
Yeah, but daily's the problem. Okay. So you guys just see Shimmerwing just really sad on the shoulder, and there's like a moment where their wings flare and their head peaks, kind of like they notice something, and then there's just like even more somber.
How much can everyone see? Because you said the door was gone.
The door's
How
wide
much can
open.
everyone
Yeah,
see?
you can probably see everything. Like you can always
Okay.
angle yourself
Oh,
to like
okay.
peek around. Yeah.
It's not safe to be in here.
Oh, shit. You're right there, Shimoing.
There's just like silence.
Bug lifts her head. Wait, is Shimmerwing okay?
He's being over dramatic.
He looks sad, Bug.
Like you'd probably imagine, like even on the statue, for whatever reason, it just seems like Shimmerwing just fits so perfectly, nestled, atop the shoulders of this statue, even though it's like destroyed and stuff. But it just, for whatever reason, just seems to fit. Like there was a missing piece of this statue, and Shimmerwing sitting there just seems to fill it out just perfectly.
You hear a little voice from the cage. Sir Shimmerwing.
Right.
I'll help you find whoever did this. It's not right.
No, it's not. I think I know who did it.
What is this place, you two?
A shrine to Zabelna.
Ah,
She's the
Like I-
Archfey of Prismir, but this is...
yes.
Mhm.
Rather, well, shit, speaking of, my god. Did we all see what happened to Morgadella back there? I've been meaning, that's one that what was that?
The mist. It comes. It takes.
Ish, takes?
He calls it a
Where?
mist, I call it an ill wind, set upon Morgadella, and swept her away.
An ill wind?
Uh-huh.
As in bad?
As in, it's an actual wind that was ill and grabbed her.
Shimmerwing, what does that mean?
It means if it catches you, you'll be lost for a while.
Lost, but not dead? Do you become unlost?
Some have never come back.
Oh shit. Right. Well. Alright. Yes, you see, Morgadella, she was seeking out the Bill Nye, and then she just sort of freezes and, like, stares at the ground and just goes silent.
Just a
Maya.
sad dragon on a statue.
You can hear the bunny beneath you just... Told you they were gonna be pissed. It's just a little graffiti, who gives a shit?
So during this, Maya, she sees inside the church. It bothers her that it's desecrated as a paladin, but she's more focused on the living and her mission. And so she's just listening to everything, gathering information. She probably is going to start fussing with Greggy Jr.'s fur, trying to clean it, maybe wrap a bandage around his head. I don't know if he'll cooperate with this, but she's going to at least try. So that's probably what she's been doing while this is happening, just listening and trying to wrap a bandage around his eyeball.
Once the flood goes down, I'm free to go, right?
After you tell me something of value, of which I know, and I determine if it's of value.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything you know about this Morgadella and her Lornlings.
Never heard of her. I know what the Lornlings are, though.
You shouldn't lie to me, Mr. Greggy Jr.
I'm not lying, I don't know what a Morgadella is, but I know what Lornlings are.
Okay.
Everybody else is within earshot. You're all grouped together, except for, like, maybe Shimmerwing, who's in the chapel. Lornlings are the creations of Bavlorna. You get it? Bavlorna, Lornlings.
Oh, that's what I meant, Bavlorna.
They're like miniature versions of her.
It's all coming together.
And so, just think about how strong they are, and imagine if 100 of them were put together, and then they also knew all the most powerful magics in the world, and bam, there you go, Bavlorna.
Bavlorna, that's... She sighs. She's very tired. She hasn't slept since she was sucked through the fairy portal. So not Morgadella, Jesus. So these Lornlings, they are part of Bavlorna, or are they her minions, or both?
Pretty sure she spits them out as eggs and they hatch open.
And what do you know of this Bavlorna?
She's the boss. Controls the swamps.
I thought Mr. Longscarf, Prince Longscarf, was your boss.
He's my boss. She's the CEO.
Do you know her nature?
Yeah,
What
it's in
is
her
Valor?
nature to pull terrible pranks and evil bargains with people.
Okay. Do you know where she is?
She's in Downfall. She lives in a little cabin. It's like a house built on stilts above a lake.
That's very helpful. What direction is Downfall?
Never eats soggy wheat. It's northwest.
She knows that half of what this rabbit says could possibly be untrue, but she still is, taking note of everything she says.
Mhm.
Just one last question, Greggy Jr. Tell me of any children you've seen in this realm.
Children? There's not a lot of children in the Hither at all. In fact, I can only think of one, and it's really fun because we stole his head. You should see if he was trying to cry, and the head was crying, and he was trying to cry, and his arms were flailing everywhere, and he's like, "Oh no, you got my head, give it back, guys." And we were like, "No fucking way, brat, get out of here." It's hilarious. Agdon took it.
And so she's kind of grasping that she initially, seen the fear of the bunnies when they were talking about Valorn and the Lornleans. She thought perhaps they were subjugated, and they needed rescuing. But hearing him talk about their cruelty, she's realizing maybe that isn't the case. And she's a little disappointed in the buns, to be sure. One child in particular may not have looked like a child to you, Greggy Jr.
Right, he's a scarecrow.
The one I'm seeking is almost 6 feet tall. So
That's not a
would
child.
not look like a child to you. It is a child. She's a young Firbolg. She's my squire.
Those are like weirdos with the hair and the ears, I think, maybe.
Yeah, she's kind of a soft pink fur.
Yep,
and
never
little
seen her. Never heard of her.
Floppy ears. I'm trying to decide, Greggy Jr., if what you've told me is enough value to compensate for your life. I don't know. She's gonna.
I think considering the fact that I've never done anything to you or anyone else, and I'm having to give you this information in order to flee, kind of makes you the bad guys.
You would think so. But you just told me how you tormented a child, Greggy Jr., by your own admission.
We didn't torment a child. We laughed at a child who lost its head.
Who
It's
took
different. Well, Agdon took his head.
Your boss. Whose orders you follow. You're not convincing me, Greggy Jr.
If you took my shirt and went, "Woohoo, I got your shirt, you don't have a shirt anymore, haha," does that make you evil? I think it just makes you fun.
She's a little exhausted with him, to admit, but she hasn't got anything of real value out of him, and so she's not gonna let him go until she does. As much as she's annoyed by him at this moment. I don't. Well, you did tell me the location of Vavlorna, and if that is correct.
And I saved you from the curse. Continue.
What curse is that?
He nods to the chapel. I told you we're not going in there.
Assuming you're telling the truth, that is useful. Thank you.
Assuming I'm telling the truth, it was the brigands who spray painted everything. What do you mean?
Why did you desecrate this chapel?
I busted out the windows personally. Just, I don't want to brag, but shattered glass, that was my doing. I thought that would look really...
How loud is he saying this?
Oh, God.
He's not being quiet at all. He's bragging about it outside.
Okay.
I think... Maya can see inside, and she can probably... Yeah, she doesn't want to run afoul of the dragons.
Shiverwing's ears have perked up when he said he personally partook of desecrating this area.
So
And
Maya's gonna hop down
you're
off
it.
his shoulders, and
Mhm.
she's gonna say, "Well then, Greggy Jr., I believe we're square for now. You may go." And she'll step
Not
away, basically washing her hands of him.
not with me.
And Shimmerwing immediately flies over to him,
He
just like
crosses his,
a bat out of hell.
he folds his arms over his head. What do you want? You're supposed to be in jail right now, and you're not going to jail, so that makes us square.
And you're supposed to be dead, but here you are.
Well, she brought me back to life, and he points at Maya.
I feel like a life dead is worth far more than just being let go. Then
Depends on how much one's life is worth, wouldn't you say, Mr. Dragon?
I guess I
And
do
she'd be
owe her.
glaring at Greggy Jr. a bit.
it seems to me that you have some debt to repay.
Yeah. Little bit.
So I guess you're gonna have to stick with us for your own safety, right?
I
And he
guess.
nails his eyes.
You know, if I don't report back, they're gonna come looking for me. In a bad way.
Good.
What's wrong with that? Aren't you brigands? Don't you break the rules?
And
Yeah, but they'll fucking
Shimmer's,
break
looking back-
me.
Shimmer's like looking at the temple and then looking at Greg.
Yeah, well, much like a broken window, I guess you'll just have to endure what happens.
I guess. This is boring.
Don't worry, it'll get very interesting very soon.
Let's go to that other hilltop. At least it'll probably have beds.
Yep, and you'll definitely not sneak away or try and kidnap anybody.
Why would I kidnap anybody? If I was gonna kidnap anybody, it'd be you, so you wouldn't even notice.
Da 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 da. And she just like she had turned and like had felt Hiccup nuzzling her and was like stroking the horse's like head face. And
Head face.
and turns and just glares at the rabbit. I don't think we're going anywhere too quickly, and certainly nowhere at your urging there, Mr. Rabbit. Now, I'm in no mood for hijinks. My good friend and employer may be lost to this mist for all time. You were dead and now you're not. Bug almost died. Hiccup here, and she like holds the horse's head face and her whole arms hugging it, almost died. Violet got very dirty. Shimmerwing almost died. Not having any of this. Not today, Mr. Rabbit. Not today.
It's not like I'm the one who decided to attack you. The Lornling said, hey, we're looking for this fucking dragon and you're coming with us. Full stop, period, the end, you have no choice.
No one will be taking any of my friends anywhere against their will. And she
Fine.
stops hugging the horse and she stands with her hands on her hip. Now, there's halfling lady, presumably. It is good to meet your acquaintance.
She's on my side, by the way, so just so if you're drawing lines in the sand, we're over here.
Well, I was going to say, while I was sort of completely out of it, I hope you've not been listening to his spurious lies, for he lies and he kidnaps. That is what
Wait,
these
no,
rabbits
she
do.
lies and she kidnaps. You're doing it right now. I'm literally right here. Kidnapped, abducted.
I was not responsible. Listen, I am not a kidnapper or a liar. I am many things and discover many things about myself every day that we've been here, all two of them. And, well, hello, you may call me Wild Child. May I get your good name, small person?
Gregory Jr.
Not
Wait.
well, hello, Gregory. I meant... I meant the halfling.
What does your
Oh,
what
the
does your
runt.
character look like, Juniper?
She is... How tall is she? She's pretty tall. I don't know if she's as tall or taller than the rabbit. Probably not. She is... She's 6'1". I rolled for her height. She's very wispy, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell, because she's just... She dresses in a very utilitarian way. She just has, like, a green robe and, like... Just, like a cream undershirt and probably, like, cream pants. Just... long face. Big, spooky eyes that are probably pretty bloodshot at this point because she's been crying a lot. They're a nice little light green color, and she's got, can't really see too much of it, but she's got like reddish auburn hair, kind of cut shoulder length under her hood. She's, you know, she's a mature elf. The elves don't age like other humanoids, but you can see the signs of time on her face. And she just, I don't know, she kind of looks like a weird skinny tree. Right now she looks very pissed and has a bit of a crazy look in her eyes. But it's sort of softened by just sort of, I don't know. She's got an old tree face.
I think I mentioned, like, you know, that Maya had hopped off of the bunny after he had admitted basically to tormenting children.
Playing with children. That's all he admitted to.
So I didn't miss too much.
She basically considers, you know, her in the bunny square. She's washed her hands of the bunny. And so she's been standing to the side of him with her arms crossed, looking at him with a glare of disappointment. And so, you know, when your character draws her attention, like, a pleasure to meet you, Lady Wildchild. I apologize. I've been very rude. I am a bit single-minded at the moment in my mission. Are any of your party in need of healing? The one you call Bug is looking a little pale.
As soon as she says that, Mildew just, like, her hands drop off of her hips and, like, just, like, everything about her just goes, like, just kind of, like, almost like a sigh of relief throughout her whole body. Yes, please. You can do that. Bug, she desperately needs attention. And Shimmerwing, Violet, you're all right? And Sir Televar's fine. It's fine. He's in that fucking cage. It's fine. But Bug desperately needs attention. Yes. Poor Shimmerwing, he's off somewhere, still being sad, I suppose. She looks around, and he was also hurt quite badly.
You know, I'm no doctor, but maybe you should put her on a flat fucking surface like a pew instead of a horse.
Good point, Dr. Gregory. And she just, like, runs over with, like, her hands up, waving, be like, oh god.
So Shimmer is gonna, like,
he smirks.
Motion to, I guess Shadow would, because Shadow was doing, like, cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do that. He's trying to trick you into being cursed.
I'm not trying to trick anyone. I'm trying to be helpful so I can pay off my light debt so I can go home.
Enough with your trickery.
If you enter the shrine that is here,
He did mention a curse to me as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we should not.
Whose side are you on? You don't share secrets with the enemy.
Oh my god.
Shimmer is going to bare teeth at Gregory Jr.
You want to lose your other eye?
Look, the curse isn't going inside the chapel, you dummy. It's cleaning up the chapel or touching the statue.
Real,
I-
I did.
I hate to point this out, but in order to properly give medical treatment to someone, you usually want a clean place. I don't know.
Bring
If
the pew
chapel we cannot
outside
clean.
the chapel.
I hate this bunny's making sense. I hate it so much.
Well, no, listen, here. And then Mildew points at a piece of just like flat ground. Listen, I could just lay her out here and
In
then
the
it's
mud.
flat. It's fine. She was in the mud. She's covered in mud. More mud isn't going to hurt, but flat is probably good. Here, let me help you get off the horse there, Bug. We won't go in the chapel, but I think flat is good. I think Dr. Gregory had a good point about flat, and she's just like...
He sticks his
muttering
tongue
to
out at
herself.
Shimmerwing as soon as you say that.
Yep, he's such a good doctor, he can't even keep an eye in his socket.
That's not my fault. As soon as I find a replacement, I'm popping it back in.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Mildew's now by the horse, I guess, and like trying to gingerly help Bug down onto the ground. She doesn't want to bring her into the chapel.
Has anybody been
because-
looking into the chapel just like to get a good idea of what it looks like inside, even if you didn't go inside?
Maya did
Not-
look and see, take a mental,
Like a thorough
know.
investigation.
not thorough, but she took stock of everything that was present inside. But she was mostly paying attention to interrogating Greggy.
I mean, would Shadow have been able to do that?
Yeah,
Shadow was
do an investigation check on Shadowing. It seems like since the curse has already been set off, you don't think the curse can affect Shadowing for some reason also.
hold on, this sheet is different.
Intelligence.
I don't, so I'll roll this.
Could be something good. Actually, it is something good.
Ooh.
Shadowing, as they're like kind of cleaning about, and again, he can kind of feel almost like the spell's reflecting off of him for some reason, but he's capable of doing this chore, and he notices a loose floorboard behind the altar. It's barely noticeable as a carpet used to cover it, but now it kind of has one dog-eared flap, and it reveals that this can be pried open.
I mean, Shadow's gonna check it. So there's like maybe a glimmer of hope. Like, cause Shimmerwing's really angry at Greg right now, but there's still a pause because there is still like a connection, and so it's gonna have Shadow check the board and see if, Zybilna left any clues or hints on how to, any sign of anything. Basically, it's just grasping at straws at this point.
All right, well, as he lifts it, there's no check or anything needed. It's more like the discovery of it. There's like even like a little finger hole there where you can just dip his claw in there and pry it open. And there is a scroll at the bottom underneath this board, and it has Zybilna's signia on it. And it is definitely a gift from her.
Shadow, I guess, look at it like
Like unroll it?
because a scroll could be a spell, or it could be like a message, or like like if something goes wrong, do this, this, and this, or like a contingency plan. Like I said, there's just grasping for any straws of hope right now.
As he looks at it, it's definitely like a yellowed kind of parchment, and he unrolls it, and it's the image of a very tiny mustache, and the ink from the page almost seems to hop off, pulling itself towards his index finger. And you may not be sure exactly what this means, only that you know that were you to hold this scroll, you would be capable of accepting or declining this gift.
Interesting. I guess would an Arcana help determine whatever this... I guess at this point, Shimmer's like looking through, seeing things through shadows. I don't know how advantage would work at that point. Anyway, let me bring this up.
Yeah, on an 18, this is another creation of Zybilna. This is something that went untouched, unnoticed, unfound by whoever desecrated the chapel. You're not sure what it does, but you know it's a positive thing. It's some kind of buff. It's some kind of blessing.
Okay. So basically, I guess we're trying to determine if it seems like short term or long term, or if
Long
it's like.
term.
Okay. Well, I mean, he wouldn't have any reason to question Zabilna, and this is clearly from Zabilna. It's clearly, yeah. I think honestly,
If you spent a short rest studying it, I'd tell you exactly what it does.
okay. So in Shimmerwing's mind, there's like, would Zabilna want me to use this now? Would she want me to use this, like when we're closer to figuring out what's going on? Like, so I guess there would be a little bit of like, do I drink the tea now or do I drink the tea later?
Yeah.
And would they want me to use it now or later? So I think we'll just collect it, and yeah, we'll collect it
Okay.
and study it when we can.
This is happening. Maya has her patience is running thin with everything, and she's essentially just marched into the chapel, grabbed one of the pews, and is hauling it out. She's very small but very strong, so you probably just looks like a moving pew. She's trying to get it out.
By the time you get it like to the door and you're trying to like twist it and turn it, a pair of furry paws helps pull it out and balance it because it's so long to help you get it out. Hey, Gregory.
Unexpected. Thank you for the assistance, Gregory Jr. Would you mind, Greggy Jr.?
We're
would
on
you
the
mind
same
setting it over
side.
here?
Teamwork, yeah. Whatever you need, friend.
Same side. And she would just narrow her eyes at him.
He seems to be saying it sincerely. He's convinced that you are on his side.
She's a sap, okay? So she will eventually soften back up to him if he continues this. But for now, she narrows her eyes at him suspiciously and asks him to set it towards the side of the building so that Bug can be placed.
He does, and you even see him take the time to like check it to see if it's wobbling, and then like he looks for like rocks and stuff that he can put at the legs of it to make sure that it's sturdy, and eventually it's settled where it won't move and it'll stay straight.
And Juniper, you said that Wild Child was helping Bug off the horse?
Yeah, she was gonna try and help lift her down.
You know, it's still raining outside too, by the way.
That's how you get the mud off you.
Yeah, so, yeah, all the better to wash all the mud out of Bug's open wounds. Does Bug want to get off the horse?
Yeah, she just wants to feel better.
Okay. Yeah.
Because she's just sort of in and out of it, I guess, on the horse, and she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah. Now that Shimmerwing at least isn't in the bag, do I still need to do a strength check to get her down?
No.
Okay. So I guess Mildew just helps get her down off the horse safely and helps walk her over. I'm assuming she can stand. It just helps walk her over to the pew that I see Maya and the rabbit have brought out. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You know what we could do? We could take all the pews out, clean them, bring all the pews back in, then you can nap on them.
Right. Didn't someone just say something about cleaning?
Only inside the chapel, dummy.
Right. I don't really know how these things work, but...
Yeah, I could tell.
Right. Well, thank you, Dr. Greggy. And yes. Yeah. And then I guess I get Bug over there and set her down and
I think Maya
Thanks,
might
Wild
call out to
Child.
one of the dragons.
thanks, Monk.
What do you think, Sir Dragons? Do you think if we clean the pews out here and move them back in, it would be safe to rest inside?
So with my Arcana from earlier,
It would. You
So-
you would know that the trigger is the radius is basically where the pews are. It's the interior of the chapel, and it's about touching the statue specifically and trying to clean the inside of the chapel. So there is a trigger mechanism to it. So if you were to go inside the chapel and just sleep, nothing would happen. If you go inside and you start picking up cans and like shards of glass and stuff, that's when the curse would enact.
okay, and I guess with also my Arcana, would it be just the person cleaning, or would it be?
Yes.
Is it like a burst?
No, it's just the person cleaning.
All right.
Well, if you pull the, yes, it'll work.
See, I was here when it
But I'm
happened.
gonna do-
I fucking
I'm-
told you.
I'm gonna do cleaning anyway. It's
Well, that's dumb.
yeah, just like you.
Whatever. Takes one to know one.
Indeed.
I'm not sure who
And
won
Shimmer,
that, but I think it was me.
If you
Mhm.
say so.
So I guess Shimmer's just gonna be like, while they're cleaning, like I feel as though the curse, like, reflected off of me. So Shimmer's just doing cleaning until people, like, take pews out and put them back in and stuff.
Mhm.
Both Shimmer and Shadow. And
Okay.
then studying the scroll in the meantime. That's my TLDR.
Right. Yes, if you could please help Bog, and then Shimmerwing. I guess I see Shimmerwing flying in and out of the chapel. Did Shimmerwing need some attention as well? And Violet, are you quite all right?
Yeah,
I
she
don't
sounds
know
fine.
that she's a. Well, the absence of her talking makes me think she's not all right. She usually has so much to say, and then she kind of runs over to the horse and kind of just, I guess, stares at Violet or something.
I mean, I'm fine. Take care of Bug first. What's a dragon living in their cave of loot if the cave of loot is not doing well?
Is there, like, would we know how wounded people are? Like, our teammates, would we know how many? Like,
Yeah,
hit
here
points
I'm
they
gonna
have
put
left?
it back on the little muddy map so I can show you. Either mud map methods. So if you look at the aura around people, this one's orange. Like red is you're almost dead. Orange you're a little bit better off. Yellow you're kind of in the middle. Green you're close to full health. And then if you have no aura at all, you are full health. So you
Oh,
could
okay.
look at Bug and be like, dark red circle all around her. She's the most fucked up of everybody here.
Okay, so I'd probably use the rest of Maya's lane on the hands on her. I think I've got 5 hit points
Mhm.
worth left. And how much would that help her?
Alright, so you can, Bug on your sheet, you can heal yourself for 5 hit points. And if you guys are wanting to take a short rest, you can use your hit die to also roll to heal yourselves.
Ooh, I'm all in favor of a short rest.
And whatever doesn't get healed in the short rest, Maya has more spells that can be used as well.
Ooh, good roll. Alright, so we
Yeah.
only got +9 back. When you open your sheet, should be somewhere off the top of my head. It'll be like a little short rest icon.
Oh, it just says
Yeah.
short. It's next to where you do the damage and the healing for your health.
Yeah,
And
in
then
the top right.
it'll give you the option to use your hit die, and
At the
you get one
bottom
per
there.
level, and it's based on your class. So like Rogue would have 2d8 available, but you don't have to use both of them. You could just use one, and then you'd roll 1d8 plus your Constitution modifier for healing. And in this short rest, this would be like light activity for an hour. Greg would probably help bring in and out the pews and clean them up a little bit and dump all the garbage out and then bring them back inside. And then he's gonna nap too, but he's not a player, so he doesn't heal like you guys do. He gets no hit points back.
Oh.
So he's still at like 3.
Yeah.
Did Maya end up using the rope I tossed her to tie the rabbit up, or is it not in use?
No, she hasn't tied him up. He's loose. She's been basically she was riding on his shoulders and then hauling him around by his paw earlier, and she's bandaged his eye, but he's fully free to move about.
Okay. I guess just during this short rest, I'd retrieve my water skin from Bug's pack and get my rope back from Maya.
Smart.
Well, mine's. I feel like I exploded like when Sonic loses his rings. Like when we were like leaving to go, I was just throwing shit at people.
How does the herbalism kit work? Is that something I would use during a short rest, or is it a long rest thing? Not super clear on them.
Let me click it and figure it out because I've never used it. Herbalism kit 2024. Please give me information. It's in the compendium where like little book tab is. You can use the herbalism kit. Is it herbalism kit, or are you looking for a heal? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to create like a potion of healing or a healer's kit or antitoxins or anything?
Oh, here. Okay, so it was showing up in my combat, and I was just curious how it was actually like used as an action, and I figured it out. It says when you make a medicine check or an ability check using an herbalism kit, you can roll a d4 and add it. So does that mean if I tried to use a healing spell, I could add a d4 to it, or no?
No, this is for usually a medicine check is going to be like the condition of somebody or like the cause of like a death or an injury, but it's also how you resuscitate people without magic. So if you're trying to give CPR to somebody who's making death saving throws, if you have your herbalism kit, you get to roll a d20 plus 4. Plus whatever your medicine is, and you might be proficient in medicine. So it just gives
so
you...
So wouldn't be terribly useful right now.
Right. Right now, primarily what it's used for is identifying different plants and crafting. And so, like, it can make a healer's kit, which is a little bit different and a little, useful for healing. It could also be used for making potions of healing, but these things kind of take time. That would be like long rest activity a little bit. It'd be like a week to make.
For that. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. All right. On a short rest, do any of the divine things come back? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm still figuring out this character.
I don't know what I just did.
Maybe. You rolled a 7 on your hit die for your short rest, and you have a +1 Constitution, so you healed for 8. And then you used the second one and healed for 9. If you want, we could give you back one of them and just do the 8, or did you want a full heal?
I think I was only trying to roll one.
8
and then
would give you 15. Yeah, okay. So you're full health, and you should still have one more hit die left, because that second one doesn't count.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
And then for Shimmerwing, I don't know if you want to roll hit die or not for your short rest, but you can also take that time to investigate this, and I will just share it with you.
Oh, I rolled it.
I have a cure wounds I can use on Shimmerwing as well.
I mean, that'd probably be
Depending.
useful.
Okay,
I'll
I can
show
do
to
that.
everyone, but it's in the possession of Shimmer. But this makes it easier if somebody's like, "Here, I'm gonna give you this," right? Everybody knows what it does. You've discovered this is the tattoo of Finger Mustache. It's a small yellow scroll of parchment. At its center is the illustration of a tiny mustache. If you allow this mustache to tattoo itself to your index finger, you are considered attuned to this magic item. From now on, when you lift said finger over your upper lip, people refer to you as a noble, and you gain a proficiency bonus to all charisma-based checks. And this can stack with both your proficiency and your expertise.
Was the building into mustaches? I don't.
She did have a little tattoo of a mustache on her index finger. She was one of those girls.
Oh, well, if she had one, then yeah, Shimmer would definitely be. Yeah.
This potent magic item, you don't want to share it with the group, you want to take it for yourself. I'm just teasing. We're gonna find lots of magic items.
I mean, I don't have a lot of charisma either. So, like,
Well, this
I
would
mean,
help.
it could be useful for somebody, but to be fair, like, as a character, this is a boon from somebody extremely important.
Yeah. Alright. The tattoo, if you allow it, will attach itself to, like, your little index claw, and should you ever hold it up, even Sir Talavar would start calling you Sir Shimmerwing. He would see you as equals now.
I mean, technically, I already am a lord. It's just not official.
Yeah, but you didn't have a mustache before.
Yeah, like, as a player, I'd be like, anybody want this? But as a character, it's like, really? Do you want to give this away, though?
Well, they've got a magic cloak, alright? They've got a magic peebles that they can throw at people. We'll get some... Everybody will get some stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at the first level. So I'm just figuring out how this casting works. And so that would give...
Holy shit. Man, I got a fucking 7 on my roll earlier. Enough for the horse, but...
16. Nice.
Alright, so that's... Shimmerwing get all that back. Should be healthier.
And that's your free usage of the day, right?
Yes. And I looked it up. The free use stuff, like the laying on the hands and this, only comes back with a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, I wouldn't have even needed to have used the short rest for that,
Man,
then.
you should have just let her heal you.
I mean, it didn't come up until after I used it.
And like Gregory watching all this, and he's laying on one of the pews, hand like off to the side, dangling.
Like, I could sure use some healing too. Gonna be out of commission for a week.
Could. Consider it a vacation.
I hope you see how they treat me and how they word things around here when I've done nothing but positivity since the get-go.
Yeah,
Are you hungry?
We've helped you get a vacation. You're welcome.
I'm starving to death.
Would the short rest be over?
We can be in the middle of it if you want.
I
But like
think
the
I should
benefits of it are
stop
like established, like we're good. Why?
I was just wondering if Bug is resting right now.
I imagine this is like an hour later. This is like when everybody's already like recuperated and rested and feeling better and did all their healing, and also with an hour having passed, all the flood water would have went back down again.
So who, like, Shadows or Shimmer's gonna fly to Greg Jr.
So who lives on the hill, hmm? You seem to really know who's up there and really want to go there.
You think I know everybody who lives everywhere? All I know is that if there's lights on, somebody's home. And guess what? This is Bavlorna's hither, so time to pay some taxes. Give us your beds and some food and some water. You fucking love water. I was gonna get you all the water you could possibly drink, but no, we wanted to go to the church.
And I'd do it again.
Yep, well, I choose the house every time.
Okay, I'm sick of listening to this thing run its trap. This whole time, it's been talking nothing but shit, and I'm sick of it. And if you don't leave, I'm gonna kick you into next week. How about that?
So I'm free to leave? He puts his
Yeah.
hands up in the air.
Yeah, piss off.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a piss elsewhere. Smell you later.
Yay.
And then he just hops away.
Thank fuck. Jesus.
We got Bug back. Bug's been just waiting to just fucking.
I mean,
She's been too fucked up to really do anything.
Maya's gonna let out a sigh of relief. She was feeling obligated to be a little nicer to him because he was being helpful, and it was bugging the shit out of her. So she's glad he's gone.
we could have used
Hey,
him as
Take that,
Father.
you rapscallion! My friend Bug doesn't mess around. She would have fucked you up. You hear from the little bird cage dangling from the horse.
Hey,
Good to see
thanks
you,
for
Ladybug.
helping me out, by the way. My name's Bug. I don't...
Pleasure
Yeah,
to
I got
meet you,
your
I'm
name.
Maya.
Maya.
May I ask why that other dragon is in the cage? Is he the naughty one of the bunch, or?
What? No, it's a long story. If you've got an hour and a half, I'll recite it.
Okay, well, why don't I just shorten
God.
it? Yes, well, that's Sir Televar. I don't know if you've been acquainted. That's Violet on the back of the horse. She's usually quite chatty, but she's rather catatonic. I'm a bit concerned, but I didn't see any open wounds. Is a Sir Televar the cage, of course, that's Shimmerwing, the rather rotund dragon. It's Bug, I'm Wildchild. Yes, and we found Sir Televar there, in a tower, in the swamp. He was in a hot air balloon that crash landed on the tower, and then there
Tell them
was,
about the ill winds that set upon us.
Well, there was a mist that came, and just recently, just before you arrived, it whisked our dear Morgadella away. She.
No, the ill
well-
wind that with the hot air balloon.
Oh, right, that ill wind. Yes. I believe that Sir Televar was traveling north, and there was an ill wind that swept him off course, and then he crash landed into the tower. The ettercap of the tower is rather kindly sought, as it turns out. We didn't know that at the time, but he snatched Shimmerwing up. He was hoping to use, not Shimmerwing, Sir Televar. He was hoping to use Sir Televar to make a deal with Bavlorna so he could get his thumbs back. No, so he could get his human form back, because he gave his thumbs to Bavlorna so that his house would not be so slanty, but instead of making his house unslanty, she rather turned him into an ettercap so he could climb around the walls, because you see, he was a hobgoblin, and he's a dog named Rover, and the dog, well... The dog was a normal dog, now he's not a normal dog. Anyways, good folks, we do need to get his thumbs back at some point. Yes, I don't know what brings... Are you, that's Sir Televar? He runs his mouth sometimes. Shimmerwing can do it as well, but we like Shimmerwing. And sometimes I like Sir Televar.
I will always like you.
Yes, and I do like it when you say that you like me. And, here we are. Are you a denizen of Prismere? Or are you a traveler like us? Yeah, we all come from elsewhere, except for Shimmerwing here, I believe.
Shimmer has already flown off.
Yeah, Shimmer
Shimmerwing's
flew
gone.
after Greg Jr.
Ah, I see. I've really been out of sorts today.
I wonder if he's going to eat Greg Jr. Uh,
Well,
I think I followed most of what you just said. I'm not a denizen of this realm. I ended up here accidentally on purpose. I'm looking for my squire. She's been missing. She's just a child, and in looking for her, I came across a lot of other missing children's cases.
ah, isn't that interesting? Hey,
Wait,
Bug.
wait. Can you say that again? Sorry, I was distracted on what Shimmer was. What'd you say? Something about children?
Yes, Maya was saying that she's here looking. She's not of the Prismere, but she came here in search of her squire, a child, and I suppose in the process she was saying she uncovered a number of other missing children's cases.
I'm looking for kids too, actually.
Have you been able to think of if it's specific children yet, or just sort of general children?
Apologies, I had a bit of mud in my ear. I was having trouble hearing. You're looking for children too, Ladybug.
Ladybug? Never been called a ladybug before. But yeah, I'm looking for some kids.
I don't know if I mentioned that the specific one I'm looking for was my squire. Yes, and you can see like that Maya's very tired. Like her face is very worn. The short rest. She's been going since her squire went missing. She's been just going for weeks, um, hunting for what took her. And she's so I found a lot of other missing children's cases in that suspicious carnival, and I was in a village near the carnival, and there were so many missing kids in this village. I knew something had to tie them all together, and I found a network of tunnels, and they all led to this small crawlway. There was obviously nature fae related carvings on the walls, and there was strange toys, candy that did not appear native to Faerun. There was a trail of it almost, leading to a circle of mushrooms. And in the middle of the circle, there was a chocolate frog. And I grabbed the frog as it was to leap away, and the circle transported me here. So I continue a search for the children and hopefully my squire here.
Interesting.
I see. Go ahead, Folk.
Well, I don't really know how to explain it, but I had like a vision of sorts, I guess. There was a bunch of kids, and I think I'm meant to find them. Maybe I know them. I'm not really sure.
Well, there are certainly a lot of missing children. It wouldn't surprise me if your visions were connected to that. There's a lot of strange things going around, and a lot of very nefarious fey magic.
Yeah.
Seems to lead back to this these Lornlings and this Bavlorna. Although marching directly to the place that Greggy Jr. gave me and confronting her would probably be suicidal. But at least I now know possibly where she might be.
Ah, yes, yes. We learned from that other cat fellow, Elmer. We learned of where she lives. Or no, I'm so sorry, Sir Delavar. Was you that told me exactly where she lived and showed me on the map? I'm sorry about that. It was not Elmer. And yeah, she lives with her two sisters. Where was it? It was it, she fumbles around in her bag and pulls out her big parchment she scrolled all the notes on. And yes, yes, she lives to the northwest. It's her and her two sisters form the Hourglass Coven, and we believe we believe she's connected with the disappearance of the archfey of this realm, Zybilna, whom my companion Morgadella, who's now lost to the mist, originally hired me to guide her to find. You see, all of us found ourselves at the Witchlight Carnival. Morgadella and I traveled together, and then we met Bug, we met Violet. Somewhere along the way, we also met Shimmerwing here, although it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Yes, I wasn't present for the meeting. The Witchlight Carnival, hell of a time. Really looking forward to the next one, whenever that might be. Some things happened, and we wound up here because we learned there was a way to Prismere from the carnival, and we found it. Yes, we did. And so, in essence, I suppose I shall continue Morgadella's mission of locating Zybilna. And I believe Shimmerwing here has close ties to Zybilna, as well as Violet, and Bug wanted to come with us because she believes she could find those children of hers in Prismere. So, we have learned of what has become of Zybilna, more or less. She is trapped in her palace to the north, which is frozen in time, and I believe that this is Bevlorna's doing. We gleaned much information from the very helpful Sir Televar, and we're presently on our way to Telemy Hill to find a goblin who should be able to unlock his cage, because that was part of the deal. And as we learned recently, there are certain, I believe there's certain laws that govern this land, and one of them is reciprocity. So you give something and he gives something back. And so we must unlock his cage, and we are hoping that someone at Telemy Hill might be able to tell us more about the goings on here. Presently, there's no way to reach the Billness Palace. So Televar here himself tried to, I believe, when he was met with those ill winds. And I think that about catches you up to speed, unless anyone else has something to add.
I think that sums up quite. Yep, that sums it up.
Ah!
I
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna go see if Shimmerwing's okay.
Right! Not sure where he got off to.
He's fine.
Says Shadowwing.
He's
when
fine.
you-
At least right now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
When you mentioned that Bavlorna has two sisters, if you like, if your character is someone who can read expressions, you see something almost defeated cross Maya's face.
Oh, can Mildew read expressions? Let's see. Because that's on a 7. She's not the most. Sorry.
It's all right. It's just I think the gravity of what she's up against. A coven was not, is something more than a singular villain. So yes, she looks very tired to your eyes, maybe if you observe that. But she probably wants to know: has there been any indication of connection of the children to the Zevlorn or this? I'm sorry, who is the name of the Archfey of the realm again? I'm getting the name straight.
The Bilna.
Pilny?
Sibilna. I'm not certain of the spelling. I think it's Cabylna. Zabilna. Violet over there calls her Zada. Zada. And so Televar, it was a good one to yes. I don't know of any connection between Zabilna and children. I will
I
say
know of a
that
connection between Zabilna and children.
Oh, there you go. So Televar wishes to speak.
He's got his hands on his hips and his chin pointed up so you can see his glorious mustache. It's very curly. And he's still in his little silver bird cage dangling off the horse, hiccup. Zabilna made it one of her laws that children aren't to be hurt in the realm of Prismir. So if you try to hurt a child, they disappear. Isn't that fun?
Wait, the children would disappear, or the person who tried to hurt them would disappear?
If the children disappear, you try to throw an axe at the child, poof! The child is gone.
Where would the children go?
Well, the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Is that where this...
Yes, the Palace of Heart's Desire was, I believe, where Zabilna resides and is currently frozen in time and unreachable.
With
Correct.
Zabilna unreachable, would her spell remain in effect? That's
a good question, because this was never a swamp to begin with. Everything that she's done has been undone.
That would explain how the bunnies were able to remove a child's head and replace it with a gourd.
Oh, you speak of Clapperclaw. Yet, removing his head doesn't hurt.
I'm sorry.
Is that the child you spoke of before that you had met?
Of course it is. Everyone knows Clapperclaw. He's a little scarecrow boy. And he used to have a scarecrow head, and they took it off and they replaced it with a gourd.
Was he originally a scarecrow? Or was he another kind of being turned into a scarecrow? Out of curiosity.
I have no idea, but it would circumnavigate Zabilna's spells if the child can't be hurt because they're a scarecrow now, and they have no feelings. Physically.
You see, it does not take much insight to see that Maya is angry about the way that she is now imagining the rest of the children are being treated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't mind him. It is just the way he talks. He'd be quite pleasant. Yeah, he's just.
Oh, I'm a big Clapperclaw fan. I love Clapperclaw.
Where did you say this Clapperclaw resided again?
Downfall. All the bullywog heads make fun of him.
Ah, is that not also where Bavlorna and her coven reside?
Yes, it is. That's where I was chained up and imprisoned originally. I used to just sit outside and dangle. And there's a bridge, you see, and it has all the decapitated heads of the previous kings of Downfall. And they're the worst shit talkers you've ever seen in your life. And every time poor Clapperclaw crosses, they have this kind of laughter about them, and they make fun of him. And they're literally heads on spikes.
Right. Sounds like a lovely place.
It's horrible.
That was a bit of sarcasm. You ever heard of it?
I get it. It's sarcasm. Oh, it's so funny.
I am very funny, aren't I? said Delavar, she says with a pained look in her face.
Poor Clapperclaw's not even from... He's from the thither, not the hither.
And are we
thither?
in,
There's the
Where
thither, the
are
hither,
we?
and the yarn.
are we in the hither, the thither, or the yon?
We're at the
Where
hither.
did we come from? Did we come from the thither? What is where we came from called?
I don't know where you're from.
To the west, I believe. I would have to assume to the west of here is also part of the hither.
All the swamp.
we-
Bavlorna rules the swamp. Her sisters rule the thither and the yarn.
I see. So those are all parts of this realm that you're describing.
And the mists separate them, and only Clapperclaw knows how to navigate through the mist to get back to the thither.
So we might have to find this Clapperclaw?
He's very trig. He's a gentle soul. His feelings are easily broken. To be fair, he's a child.
Oh, you say so many things, Sir Televar. Most of them, I think, are quite useful. Maybe.
I try to be.
You do say a lot of things, though, don't you? I also say a lot of things. Sorry, Maya, go ahead.
At this moment, you'd see Maya just like gather herself. You know, like she suffered a bit of a setback, but she gathered herself and looked determined. You see her, you know, walk very determinedly in front of Sir Televar's cage and kneel down so she can, you know, look to him eye to eye, not loom over him. And she'd be like, Sir Televar, I do believe you may be the most useful source of information I have found in this place. May I ask you a question? And you can answer it in your wisdom if you choose. She's really laying it on thick.
Milady, I am Sir Televar. I'm a knight of the Sealy Court. You can ask me anything.
So, Televar, in your wisdom, would you think the best choice of action would be to confront Bavlorna? If my goal is to retrieve the children, should I confront her, or should I be with this fine crew here on the mission to free Zabelna so that she can confront her?
I think you're gonna have to do both.
Oh, Lord.
We believe that Bavlorna and her sisters, perhaps using an artifact of theirs, this type of cauldron. What was it again? The Idawilv? Igwilv. And that was the artifact they were using, perchance, to sort of
Bavlorna can
undo.
produce the children for you. She can find a way, but she's very tricky.
Yes, that whole thing about the thumbs and the ettercap, if you recall.
She makes contracts, and she's obligated to abide by the contract in whatever way she sees fit.
Yeah, I would rather not make any contract with her kind, if I can avoid it. But she is able to retrieve the children. You think to retrieve Zabilna, we will have to, in some way, confront this coven and...
Or sneak around them. I would prefer to sneak. I believe if you went to Bavlorna and said, hey, we're here to free Zabilna, you would be dead.
I'm inclined to agree. Alright. Stealth, then. Not my strong suit, but wise advice. Thank you, Sir Televar.
And I imagine we're on our way to Tellermy Hill to get a certain spell/key.
Yes, we must free Sir Televar as part of our arrangement. He agreed to tell us everything he knew in exchange for us securing his freedom. And then, from there we were hoping to gather more information, perchance, about Bavlorna and Downfall and everything else. So that we might...
Go ahead.
It's just so we might
figure out what our next steps would be. You, of course, would be welcome to come with us. It seems that yourself and Bug share a common goal in finding these children. And it sounds like those goals very much could operate and words could, you know, I don't, it seems like we share a similar goal. Defeat Bevlorna, freeze Zabilna, in whichever order that must needs be, and perhaps the children will reappear.
Is your friend evil?
Which one?
The other little one.
Oh, Buck?
Mm-hmm. The one that doesn't have a shadow.
Doesn't have a shadow.
Correct. No matter how bright things are, she never has a shadow. You put her up against a candlelight, there's no
What?
shadow.
I never noticed that.
I noticed it right away.
I would appear a bit startled because she had never noticed that either.
No, she's not evil. I mean,
She's prone to violence.
I mean, take a
She
look
loves to
around
steal.
you. Yeah, stealing's not evil, and she's a trustworthy sort, and she has done everything she can to help us, and she cares very deeply for Shimmerwing and Hiccup. She seems to have a good heart. She might be a thief, and she might be very good at being a thief.
So
Well, I
she's
don't think I would-
cursed then.
Cursed,
Shadowless.
shadowless.
It's not
Yes,
a
I never
good
noticed
thing.
that. What does it imply? What kind of curse might that be?
All I know is if you meet someone without a shadow, you avoid them and never talk to them again.
Why?
Evil.
Evil. Just everyone without a shadow is just
Mm-hmm.
evil.
Correct.
Evil is a choice. If she was cursed, she's not necessarily evil.
You've never heard of a curse that changes alignment?
I haven't, no, Sir Talavar.
It can make someone who loves their mother hate their mother. Somebody who enjoys tofu hate tofu. It can change your entire personality.
Well, she doesn't seem evil to me. She's been with me through thick and thin at this point.
I do feel a bit uncomfortable speaking of you as though you aren't present.
Oh, she took off.
Oh, did she take off?
That's the only
Yeah.
reason he's saying this.
Oh, I thought she had decided not to take off because Shadowwing said he was okay. Okay, so she's not here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on her. Just saying.
If you have knowledge of this curse, do you know how it could be lifted?
Sibilna? Question mark? Bavlorna could take it away.
Oh, I don't think after that whole thing with the thumbs, I think that serves as a very good example of why we shall not entreat with Bavlorna, especially all the terrible things that seem to be occurring in this realm. That
I
seem to
suspect
be
her
all...
cure would be worse than the ailment.
One of her sisters, maybe.
They're all hags, and I've learned that I don't think you entreat with hags.
You don't.
If you do, you have to be very careful.
It's good to know we have options there.
Choose your exact words in what you need.
I see.
If you say, "Dear Bavlorna, I can't sleep at night," you'll never be able to not sleep again.
Would you personally entreat with a hag, Sir Talavar?
If my queen asked me to, I would. Otherwise, no. Unless someone's life were in danger, then suppose I'd have to. But that's because I'm a knight. I'm Sir Talavar of the Sealy Court. I don't know if I've mentioned that.
Yes, you are, and I thank you for pointing out the whole lack of a shadow thing. I didn't notice that before, and I suppose I'll heed your warning, but I think perhaps I shall ask Bug about it when she returns. And
Let's hope it
I
doesn't
don't-
trigger the curse. She might turn into a wolf and eat you.
I very much doubt that.
It's happened before.
You've seen it happen before.
I've heard it happen before.
It's rather a different thing.
At this point, Maya, she's stood back up and she's kind of, got a little bit of her confidence back, and it's like, Lady Wildchild, thank you for the invitation to join your party. I was going to ask. It does seem as though we have common goals, and while my primary goal is to retrieve my squire, those other children need my help too. So as long as our path leads towards their rescue, I would be honored to accompany this group if you will have me.
Yes, well, I'm personally all in agreement. Of course, we should want to also speak with Shimmerwing and Violet and Bug and make sure they're in accordance.
Did you wonder if maybe the children are encaged in Bavlorna's home?
Oh, maybe.
Did you see them? You were in.
I was caged outside the window every morning for 3 months.
Did you see anything inside the window?
Saw a lot of lonelings. I saw some creepy red caps in the kitchen. There's a satyr that wouldn't shut the fuck up and always... I don't want to talk about him.
The mention of red caps, Maya's face turns disgusted. She really hates red caps.
They could be locked up at Bavlorna's home. They could be trapped in the Palace of Heart's Desire along with Sibylna. They could be anywhere, really.
I think the bottom line is we need more information, which it sounds like you have a lead on somewhere we might get it.
Hopefully, maybe. We do need to head for Telemy Hill anyways to fulfill our end of the bargain.
The moose snake.
The moose? What moose snake?
What?
Imagine a big giant snake with moose antlers, and they know everything because they're the wise serpent of the lake.
Oh, they seem like a good one to know, the moose serpent. And what lake is this?
It's the one that's pretty far away. I don't know.
Right, if I brought over my maps to you, would you be able to see where the lake might be?
Probably not. I got this from a fairy tale.
Oh, you got it from a fairy tale. Alright, but the moose serpent, that's, maybe we can ask around Telemy Hill about this moose serpent, because that sounds real...
normal.
Yes! Yes, anything's possible.
I thought it was a little far-fetched, personally, but,
Maya's kind of looking out where Bug and Shimmerwing went with a little bit of, should we be concerned?
Okay, yeah, let's move to them. What did Shimmerwing want to do when he went after... He finds Greg Jr. kicking rocks. It seems like he's not in a hurry to go back home. You're not even sure he's traveling in the direction the other brigands had ran to. And he's kind of got his hands in his pockets and again, just kicking rocks, just being, contemplative.
So Shimmer will fly up to Greg, seeing that he's not even going in the right direction.
Ugh. Here we go again.
Oh, yeah? Where you going?
I just cleaned your fucking church, pal. What's your beef?
I'm just asking a question.
I haven't decided yet. I don't know.
What don't you know about?
I guess I should go back to the fucking stump.
Why would you want to do that?
Because they pay me money.
How much money?
I get 10 silver a week, thank you very much.
Is that 10 silver enough to fulfill you?
I mean, I guess beggars can't be choosers, because that's how you get turned into a fucking lornling.
Wait, so lornlings are... you guys?
Lornlings are everybody. Bavlorna eats people, and then she spits them out as eggs later.
Gross.
So, what you saying is if you do bad, she'll eat you?
No, if you do good, she'll eat you.
Do you want to do good?
No, I'm not getting eaten.
So, what you saying is if you go back, you're probably gonna get eaten because you're probably gonna tell them that I'm out here,
Yep.
and she's gonna tell you you did such a good job and you're gonna get eaten.
No, they're gonna say, "Hey, Bev, fucking Gregory, did you find Shimmerwing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I found Shimmerwing. What happened?" "Oh, they beat up all my friends. They killed all the Lornlings." "Yeah, then what happened?" "And then they brought me back to life, and they healed my wounds, and they put a bandage around my eye." She's gonna say, "Well, that's awful fucking suspicious. Where's the goddamn dragon?" And I'm gonna say, "Oh, we decided not to take him to jail." And she's like, "All right, well, now you're getting eaten."
So, basically, you can't go back.
Basically, you fucked it up.
You're welcome.
You're not welcome.
I know. But regardless, I guess that means you can't go home, and you're probably not staying with us,
Yep.
right? So, where are you gonna go?
I have no idea. How hard is it to build a house?
Well, there's a church right here. There's
Ugh,
just a
it's
smug look as he
cursed.
points to it. Not if you don't clean it.
I guess I could live in filth.
I mean, sounds like you live around it plenty.
No, I live near the stump. That place is spotless. You think it's just
So-
a little tiny stump? This stump's a 17 bajillion feet wide. All right, get your measurements out, architect. And it used to be even taller than it was that.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, of course you do.
So, if you go... So what happened if other brigand find you?
They'll beat the shit out of me. We got a whole song about it. We'll beat you black and blue and steal your shit and untie your shoes. And I never memorized the words.
So I guess at this point, Shimmerwing will see, be aware that Bug is approaching.
Oh, come to finish me off, huh?
I'm just saying what's happening over here.
Yeah, I got a fucking slingshot, so don't think about it.
Wasn't thinking about anything. And also, I'm quicker than your slingshot. Before you even sling the shot, you'd probably be, like, dead or something.
Yeah, well, if Agdon Longscarf was here, he's quicker than the Lornlings, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Well, originally, I was thinking...
Greg has turned into Maximilian somehow over time.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yep.
sorry.
All these NPCs are turning into Max.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, if ever I got caught, maybe you could break me out. But if you're not going back,
Wait, what do you mean?
well, there's a lot of people looking for me. If I go to jail, like you said, then maybe at some point, if ever I'm in a troubled situation, you could break me out.
Why don't you let me take you,
You know,
to jail and then I'll break you out?
Well, I mean, that's if I go to jail.
If
I mean, I wouldn't do anything for you.
it would make me look like a hero, I'd probably get my own scarf.
I mean, how do you get a scarf?
I don't actually know. He's the only one I've ever met that had one.
So he's keeping secrets from you as to how to be a hero. He doesn't want you to be a hero, right?
Yeah, he's kind of a selfish dude. He doesn't share anything.
Well, I mean, the best way to go against somebody who's selfish like that is to be their opposite.
Alright, fine. I'll have the shortest scarf in Prismeer.
I think you already do, technically.
Well, I'd have to get some string or something.
Shimmer's gonna look at Bug.
Do we have any string?
I think.
He's got a
oh,
bandage.
shit, I don't know. You should know. You're the treasure keeper in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Shadowwing's gonna ruffle through the bag.
Oh, there's definitely string because I know the pack that she took, and it's got like a bell, and you got like a pack of marbles, and you got all sorts of stuff in there.
Oh, I didn't know I had marbles.
String! Alright.
So Shadow's gonna just pop a little claw out, and Shimmer's gonna fly over it and take a look.
Do you care if we use some string? A request from the treasure keeper?
Oh, you
Yeah,
took
go
the
for it.
explorer's pack, not the other one. Okay, so you don't have the marbles, but you do have the string.
Alright, I'm taking this string, and then what happens?
Well, then you'd have the shortest scarf, and you'll be better than Agdon?
And then I could be Gregory's short scarf.
Is that what... Wait a minute. So, what... So you're Gregory Jr. Are you gonna
Yep.
make your dad angry?
Oh no, my dad died 4 times and was reborn 4 times. He kind of does his own thing. We used to call him a traitor, but I guess if I follow in his footsteps, he'd probably be proud.
Where's he now?
Somewhere in the thither.
Do you want to go visit him? Because apparently you're already a traitor.
There's no way to get to the thither.
Not with that attitude.
You saw how it ate your friend, right? No thanks.
Well, would you rather stay in a crappy church or go see your dad?
I don't know, maybe I'll stay in the crappy church for a little while.
Okay. Well, I guess good luck with not getting tracked down by your fellow brigands to beat the crap out of you, or
Oh, they avoid the
Lord Link to
chapel,
stab
so...
the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So if we come across your dad, should we tell him you're here?
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I think I got an idea of what I could do.
What?
What if, piece by piece, I take apart the chapel, and I build a second chapel 2 feet away from the first chapel? That way the curse is just in the first one and not the second one.
I mean, who would you build it in respect to?
I didn't think about that. I don't know.
Who do you believe in?
The moose snake?
Hold on, let me check my alliances here.
I mean, do you believe in them more than Agdon?
That's hard to say. Agdon's provided a home and shelter for us, and lots of money. Oh, so many money, and happy memories. You know how fun it is to experience other people's happy memories?
Nope.
I remember watching my firstborn child learn to walk. Man, I was so excited. And then I took my hand off the gourd and I was like, oh yeah, I don't have any children. That was somebody's memory we stole.
Well, I mean, the gourd's gone, so there's that.
Baby!
That's true, but the Watcher's still around.
Huh.
Such a good time.
Well-
Not guys.
Well, I guess, since you're not going to be very useful in case I get captured or anything.
What's in it for me? If I go back there and I don't get eaten, and then I keep a watch out for you and I try to release you from prison, what are you gonna do for me?
I feel like us keeping you alive ensures that you,
I'm already
have
alive.
a.
Do me something else.
I've got an idea.
What?
Hmm?
What about a mystery prize from a very magical pocket?
Deal?
There you go.
Alright, so here's the story, and don't tell it any different. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell him that, well, I mean, obviously you took my eyeball out, and I'm gonna do a little crawling, and I'm gonna milk it a little bit, and I'm gonna say, oh, I barely got away with my life. They're so destructive and monstrous. If I see him again, I'm gonna pulverize them. Man, please put me in charge of the jail cells, because I want to make sure they're tormented. And then if I ever see you in there, kablamo! I just happen to unlock the door. And then I guess I'll run away at that point and go live with the Watcher.
I think that seems somewhat fair.
But I get a magic item from your magic pocket.
Yep. Don't know what
Yep,
it'll
you
be,
get-
but
You get one use of it.
It's a mystery.
When do I
just
get it?
one single mystery prize from the mystery pocket.
Okay, when do I get it?
And when
When we're free, probably.
You're free right now.
When Shimmerwing is safe and free.
Ugh, that could be years from now.
Sometimes the wait will make it even more valuable to you. And Shimmerwing is, emphasizing value to you.
All right. Unless
Okay.
the building gets
Hey.
freed and then this whole deal's off.
Hey, who knows? There could be a really long scarf in that pocket.
Maybe even longer than Agdon's?
Who
Anything
knows?
can-
It's a magical pocket.
Shimmerwing's nodding. Anything.
Pinky promise.
So Shimmerwing's gonna look to Bug
He holds out his pinky.
and non-verbally, I guess, communicates. I don't have pinkies. And then looks back to Greg.
He could
Is that
also
a moose
communicate that
nesting?
in the Feywild, a pinky promise, if you break, your pinky falls off.
Ugh.
This is a moose snake.
Shimmerwing
it
also
looks
doesn't
kinda
have
like-
pinkies.
Drawings of the Loch Ness monster, but with a moose head.
A little bit.
Interesting.
Stop spoiling stuff. They don't know. They can't see this.
Oh, whoops, my bad. Sorry. You heard nothing, players. You heard nothing.
Sorry, who's shaking the pinkies here?
Alright.
I think Shimmer probably would. Actually, even better, we'll have Shadow do it. Just to doubly tack on to Feywild shenanigans.
Oh, you know what else I could do? What if I draw mustaches on every single wanted poster of you? That way they get that other guy instead. That's pretty good.
I mean, is that on top of?
I get one more
The current-
pocket.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, whatever. Just trying to help. I thought not going to jail at all would be better.
Well, actually,
Y'all still talking
What do
to
you-
Agda?
how many pockets does this thing have? Did we?
It has, doo-doo. Hang on.
I'll key line by if you want.
It's got 6 pockets, 5 uses remain.
So, Shimmer does like a kind of a mental huddle with Bug. I mean, Talavar's already kind of wanted.
Hmm.
Could get
2
me on hook.
pockets, though. 2 pockets.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't
That's
know.
a lot. But
Do we
I
have
mean,
anything else?
hmm.
Oh, what about... hang on.
I mean, we'd still have 3.
Alright then, I mean, we can... You know, we can steal heaps more treasures anyway. And
Yeah,
at
there's
least-
always more room.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, what's
For
the
a
point of having
third
treasure if we can-
magic pocket item, what if I sneak you
Hell
out
no.
some
You're not getting it. No, no.
Okay.
Come on, you're going too far now.
I mean-
2 pockets.
I mean, what were you gonna say?
What if I get you a magic treasure from the Brigand's Tollway?
And then there's like this huddle again. Like, wait,
I mean,
Personally, I can't use it because they'll know. They'll be like, oh, where'd the magic yo-yo go? And then I've got a fucking yo-yo, and they're like, obviously, Greg did it. But if you took it,
Yo-yo.
I'd have something of yours instead.
so this for a yo-yo? What the heck's a yo-yo gonna do?
Yeah, what's so great about
Okay,
it?
I made that part up. I don't know what's in the magic treasury.
Oh,
But it's something cool
Okay,
and
huddle.
mystical and magical.
huddle.
Yeah, huddle.
So, okay, wait. So I mean, this is kind of sort of your coat, and there's charges here, but I mean, random treasure. For 1 pocket, I mean, we'd still have 2 pockets left.
But I
and
get
we
that
can
pocket now. 1 pocket now, 2 pockets later.
we're discussing. This is just two fairy dragons and a gnome, halfling,
Huffling.
and a halfling just huddled, just like.
Sorry, I got 17-foot long ears. They're very perceptive. I'll pretend that I'm not listening. I'll look somewhere else or something.
That's okay. I'm sure you can't hear as good as you think.
Because Shimley's keeping like the telepathic connection.
Oh.
Okay, so I mean, we can get out of jail free, maybe, for
Yeah.
and then another one for I mean, Sir Talavar's already wanted, so I mean, him putting,
Yeah. And that guy's so annoying.
he really is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already wanted, but that would make it so people aren't looking for me,
Yep,
right?
yep. Yeah. Sounds
And-
like a
and-
good plan.
And then the third one, I mean, we're trading something that we already have for something random. That could random treasure. It could be even better than what we have.
I just don't know about 3 pockets. That's a lot. And like, we can find lots of great treasures ourselves. You know, like, I'm probably the greatest thief there is. You know.
Yeah. So I mean,
So do we really need his treasure? This supposed...
it's a free. It sounds like a free one though.
Well, it's not free. It's in exchange for one of the pockets, but...
Okay. But how many do we have left? 1 left? 2?
I have 5 left.
Okay, and then we'd give him 3, so then we'd have 2 left.
I think we just stick with the 2. You know, magical treasure item is tempting, but I can, I can get stuff myself.
Or what about the mustache thing? Maybe we could
Yeah,
switch
there.
that one out,
Let's.
and then I'll just put on the mustache and pretend to be somebody else.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So they get out of the jail and the treasure.
I think that's fair. I mean, especially
Yeah.
since like, you know, it's rules of the land, and if we try and steal something, then something bad could happen. But if it's given to us willingly,
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's do that then.
okay. And then there's like a like ready break moment. Okay, Mr. Greg Jr., how about
Mm-hmm.
one pocket for get out of jail free, and one for treasure.
Deal, but I get one of the pockets now and the other one after.
Alright, but if you don't stick to your word, you're dead meat. You hear me?
I have to stick to my word. It's the rules.
Alright. Well, I guess. And she swings her bag around from her back and pulls out the robe. Well, pick a pocket, any pocket.
He just picks one at random. Roll a D100. $88. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Pull it up on the compendium.
Oh.
You pull out another horse. This one's a riding horse. It has a very fast movement speed. It's got like the saddle and the bridle and all the bits, and you pull it out, and it's white, and this one's a boy, and it looks very proud. And you hear Gregory just, hot diggity dog, I've always wanted a horse.
Yep. And the
There you
deal's
go.
the deal.
He's gonna hop on top of this horse. Let me make an animal handling check.
You better treat that horse well.
He gets knocked right back off the horse again as it starts galloping away on a 2. And he's like, my fucking horse!
Better
And
get it.
he runs off after it. I'm going to say it does go back up the hill towards the chapel, so it breaks through Mildy and Maya and everybody, and you just see Gregory chasing a horse. He doesn't even say hello. They're just fucking gone.
Yeah, there's Horse and Dr. Greggy.
Well,
I think we came out on top,
yeah.
and I'll just have to secure a fake mustache.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sir Talavar's is fake too.
I know you could try and rip it off.
When his cage is open. Anyway, they're probably worried about us. We should go back.
I hope that's the first thing you do as soon as we get Sir Talavar out of the cage.
Shimmerwing climbs in Bug's bag. And Shadowwing follows.
I feel like if he were to put mustaches on all the wanted posters, but he doesn't even know how to get to any of the other areas, so it only really apply here. Nod, nod.
I'm assuming that was still telepathic.
Yep.
Oh, well, welcome back, you three. I just saw Sir Dr. Greggy running off that way after a horse. That was something.
Yeah, that's Seesaw's.
Ah, very good. Well,
Oh, yeah.
we're free of Dr. Greggy now, I suppose.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
No, I insist.
All right. Well, yeah, no, we just made a deal with him.
Ah, very good.
A deal?
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't kill him.
Oh.
You just seemed very angry with him.
I seem angry?
No, but you seemed angry when you asked him to leave, and so I was concerned that you all got in a scuffle down the hill.
Oh yeah, that's
We're
because
done.
he was being fucking annoying.
Yes, if we killed everything that was annoying to us, well... And she kind of
She looked at it,
glances
Mr.
over.
Calabar.
Yeah. She doesn't finish the thought, though. We're not quite as murderous. Not quite as Dr. Greggy made us out to be.
It wasn't a judgment, just a glad observation. There's no more scuffle.
Ah, yes.
And we have a get out of jail free.
Ah! Oh, that's good to have. What jail? Oh, the jail he was trying to take you to?
Yep.
Ah, very good. Well done.
Yep.
That will hopefully not have to come in handy, but would come in handy should we need the reason to blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And Shimmer's gonna look over at Violet, probably still on the horse.
Is she still admiring her
Yes.
hamster?
Seems that way. I am rather worried about her. She seemed to be enjoying some sort of a snack earlier.
She's
but-
definitely asleep. She messaged me like at 10 and said, "I'm really sleepy tonight. I might not talk much because of all the potatoes I ate." I said, "Okay."
Passed out.
Oh,
Potato
I
coma.
rather
Mood.
Potato coma, got it.
I rather think that maybe she's she's sort of had her fill of her snackies there, and has rather fallen into the snacky trance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
happens.
I caught Maya up to speed while Bug was still here, but we talked a bit
And
more.
now we're off
and-
to Telemechiel, right?
Yes, so I sort of went out on a limb and invited Maya to come along with us, for it seems that her goals and your goals roughly are in alignment there, Bug, and roughly in alignment with myself and Violet and Shimmerwing. So I invited her along, but I did say I'd have to run it past everyone else first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I mean-
see any problem with that.
I haven't talked to Telling Hill in a long time.
Right, and you're all good with Maya joining us on our journey there, Shimmerwing?
Wait, here. One question.
And Shimmer, actually, you have Shadow. Be the one that flies over. So Shimmerwing and Shadowwing they look identical, so they're both like this kind of like almost prismatic looking, like purplish violet little tiny thing, like smaller than you. So like an actual, almost like sprite size. So really tiny house cat size. And it just flutters in your face and goes,
I mean, do you carry a lot of water with you? Because I get really thirsty.
I can carry a great deal. I'm quite strong. If you want me to carry water for you, I'd be happy to.
Sweet. Okay.
and looks immediately over at Mildy,
She's good.
and then flutters over to Maya and Shadowwing lands on her shoulder.
So she would
Yes.
she would reach up and she happens to know a secret itchy spot on a dragon that they can't quite itch well themselves, and so she gives scales a little stretch, just before she put her hand back down, just to see how he would react.
Like a house cat.
Nice.
Oh, you know not what you've done, Maya. Right. Well, I suppose when Violet snaps to it, we'll have to let her know that the rest of us agreed to have Maya along. But, Violet's really just concerned with getting back to Zaza. So I think so long as, I don't think she'd have a reason to oppose you joining us, so long as it sort of...
Has the kitty pet got his scratches? Can we go now?
All right, Sir Televar.
Oh yeah,
It's
quick question.
going to flood again, and we'll have to come right back up the hill.
Mr. Talavar, how real is your mustache?
It's fantastically real. Why? Are you jealous?
No reason.
Everyone knows only a noble knight can grow a mustache.
So does the mark that I have, is that just passively like I'm marked as a noble, or is that only when I do the
Only
finger
when
flip?
you do your finger.
Okay. And is that how often can I use it?
Often as you want.
Oh, well, in that case. So as soon as Talavar is like almost mocking, like,
Mm-hmm.
well, you have to be a noble to have a mustache. Shimmerwing does lifts a single claw.
Well, I am a noble.
He gasps and his back presses against the back part of the bird cage, and he goes, "But my lord, I had no idea." And then he kneels. Sir Shimmerwing, we're basically brothers.
Well, to tell me how.
The Telemy Hill with Sir Shimmerwing. Everyone listen to him. He knows what he's speaking of. He's a fucking noble. Look at him. He's a gentleman.
Mildew's just kind of like her eyes widen and she like tilts her head back and is just like, what is happening?
Yeah, this effect
Like when
wouldn't
she
apply to
shrugs
you.
it
This
off.
applies to fey creatures, pretty much.
Yeah, I assume Mildew would have no idea what just happened, and all it is just that Shimmerwing's tune is completely changed, and she'll turn her head to Shimmerwing and she'll say, Sir Shimmerwing, is it?
Yep, that's me.
Ah, Sir Shimmerwing. Very good.
I mean, it's a Shimmerwing. You can call me Shimmerwing.
He sort of nods and then like points at the two of you nodding, kind of shrugs. Is like, all right, to Telemy Hill, I suppose.
And Bug's just
See.
like, treasure keeper.
and the Shimmer response,
Treasure keeper.
mental high five. Actually, no. You know what? Should it be a mental? Should it just be? Shimmerwing sticks his little talon out of the bag and expresses a need for an elevated hand slap.
Bug hand slaps back.
Do you think it'll be safe to camp at Telemy Hill, or is there a good spot to camp before Telemy Hill? I don't know. Is we
Well,
going to get a longer rest, or are we good to go?
I myself, I think I'll be alright without a longer rest for now, but we can refer to my maps here to see how much further it is to go.
Like a couple hours.
There's a couple hours. So Mildew quickly looks over a map. I think it's just a couple hours journey, and if folks do live upon Telemy Hill, at least the person we're all looking for, so might be. I think there'll be a place to get a proper rest once we arrive. I will say though, I will have to perhaps shift Violet off of the horse at her catatonic state and have her walk, and have yourself and Bug travel on Hiccup there, because the waters can rise to, basically to the top of my head. So, better if you are on a bit of a higher ground there, you two being the smallest. That just sucks, because shifting Violet off the horse in a catatonic state, there's no way
Right.
Violet wouldn't protest. There, but and then Mildew thinks twice about it. I think it's best to leave Silent Violet sitting. So, I suppose she kind of eyes both Maya and Bug and tries to figure out which one's littler. Whichever one of you is a smaller
quite
one.
Sturdy. I can withstand the current if need be, as long as it doesn't get probably above 2/3 of my body. I should be
It
alright.
will rise quite well above your head. We will stick to the higher ground, but it does, like I was saying, the waters do rise to just about the top of my head, and will. She's standing there, she's like 3 times your size.
I must admit, I don't swim well in this armor.
Well, let's see. I can probably carry one of you on my back, should we need it. So whichever one of you is easier for me to carry. And so she's gonna, walk between the two of them and try and do a lifting test to see which one's heavier.
Maya's 40
For
pounds
reference-
heavier. Sorry, go ahead.
I made Maya a bit chonky for a halfling, because she's a knight. She's going around swinging a big ass sword. So she's I think I made her 52 pounds or something. She's
Okay, so then she's about 62 pounds heavier, because also you have more heavier, equipment.
yeah, she's got armor.
Even with Shimmerwing in Bug's bag? I guess I
I
can
can
ask
fly.
Shimmerwing. Yes, Shimmerwing, if you wouldn't mind, Maya, you are built like a solid brick fortress. I think I'll give Bug a piggyback if need be.
With all
Shimmerwing,
of
if you
Bug's
mind.
stuff, if it's just Bug and her stuff, it's like putting an extra 100 pounds on your shoulders.
I can carry any bags on the horse as well.
Or yeah, we could put the bags on the horse, and then you just got a little 35-pound Bug.
Would you mind, Bug, if we stored your belongings on Hiccup so I can carry you should the waters rise?
Maya would have noticed how protective Bug and the dragon are of the pack, and she would assure Bug, I promise I will see your belongings to our destination safely and with no one getting into them.
Is Shimmerwing gonna be with the... Shimmerwing, are you gonna...
I mean, I don't want to leave my home, so I'll be in the bag.
Right,
Okay,
Shimmerwing.
as long as- Yeah.
Is that alright, Bug? We'll keep Shimmerwing in the pack, on the horse. Maya will ride on the horse, and I'll carry you once the waters rise.
Yeah, as long as the treasure cape is with my bag, I'm fine with that.
Alright. Sounds
No, it's
good.
true. She has a dragon to guard her bag. She doesn't need anybody else.
Okay, so that's the way we'll do it. We'll have basically everybody on the horse. The ones who can fly can fly. If Shimmerwing wants to stay in the bag, he can also stay in the bag, because it kind of acts as a saddle bag. If the water gets too high, the water rises to 5 feet. You're 6 feet, so you still can keep your head above it, and you can veer towards the higher ground and zigzag. It means you never have a direct path, right? Because you're always having to go out of your way one way or another. But eventually, your group, you get to this point where you're greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. It's this damp, downy, silvery green moss that blankets a very gentle upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of a hill. There are dozens of enormous willow trees that dot the hillside, and they sway as though there's a breeze, despite the absence of one. Then the horizon it doesn't just change as you're like approaching. It literally rises. A massive mound of lush emerald green turf, easily maybe 60 feet high, begins to tilt towards you. And at first you see what looks like a thicket of white birch trees at its base, but as the hill heaves forward, those trees lift into the air, and you realize they're not trees at all. These are pale, chitinous legs, and there are hundreds of them, joined like millipedes, but thick as like ancient oak trees. And they move in a very rhythmic, undulating wave, churning the loam and crushing boulders into dust beneath them. The air fills with the smell of damp earth and crushed clover, and the very ground beneath your boots vibrates over and over with this deep subsonic kind of purr that rattles your teeth. You have a literal mountain heading towards you. What would you like to do?
Shimmerwing's gonna, I guess, like, how fast is it moving towards us?
Fast. You wouldn't be able to outrun it.
Okay. And since, I guess, Shimmer kind of knows things, would they know that they have to, like, land on the mountain to communicate?
Yes.
Okay. I think the first thing Shimmerwing would do is be like,
Well, you should probably get out of the way.
and then, like, I guess Shimmerwing will, how would I
Well,
describe?
the
Like,
width
try
of
and move
this,
aside with it.
if you don't think you would be able because you have difficult terrain because of the mud, there's no way you're going to be able to dodge to the side of it. You are approaching it as it is approaching you, and it is a good, I don't know, 60 feet up, maybe 80 feet, 100 feet across. It'll be here in seconds.
So would I, as somebody who's, I guess, been around, would I have figured out like a kind of like a landing pad way of like flying to it and landing on it to communicate?
Yeah, you could just fly right up there. It's the people without wings that are going to have the trouble to not get squished.
Okay, that's what I was curious. So basically, I guess Shimmer would be the first, like just dart out and fly up and land on the hill as quickly as possible, and just communicate. See if there's any communication with the hill, and just be like, stop, 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 stop.
You just hear
me.
in your voice, hello.
Stop! It's me.
Is
Shimmer.
this Shimmerwing?
Yes, yes. I'm like watching, like the party just getting closer and closer.
We haven't seen you in forever.
I know. Stop. You should probably stop.
Do a
Hold.
persuasion.
All right, let's see here.
And if you lift your finger, you get +2 to it.
Yeah, this is important. So, persuasion, persuasion, P.
Try to get a 10. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh wait, that was perception.
Oh, yeah.
The base roll is a 15 though.
Oh, easy. All right. Everybody on the ground, again, you look at like its feet themselves are the size of trees, and you're watching as again, if it steps on a boulder, it turns to dust underneath it. And the idea is we're about to do a whole lot of dexterity saving throws, some reflex saves to see if you get squished or not, and if you get to live. Unless you have other ideas of how you can hop up and climb onto the mountain, like if you had climbing gear, or some people could jump extra high. And as this thing is rushing towards you, it just kind of screeches to a halt, and only Shimmerwing can hear, "That mustache is new."
Oh yeah, yeah. I found. Well,
Well, would this be telepathic communication or
Yes.
nonverbal? Okay.
I mean, Mom, it's a gift from Mom. I found it.
Well, it looks great. I'm gonna put everybody on this map as I get them here.
Thank you, thank you. And well,
Do I know of Jingle Jangle?
You don't know
I don't
her,
think
but
I
you
do.
know the name that's been said.
okay. And is there a jangle somewhere here?
There's hesitancy in their voice. And
Uh-uh. Absolutely
are you with the brigands?
Hell no.
And there is even more emphasis than I can put into my voice with the hell no.
Those guys are trying to put me in jail and probably trying to kill me.
Well, anyone who's enemies with them is friends with us. And then the mountain itself begins to lower and the feet disappear into the mud. And now it's at a position where like there's this curving trail that goes up a hill that everybody can walk up.
Oh, I met some friends and they're gonna help us find Mom or help her get free.
That's pretty good. I remember when Zabilna used to rule these lands. I almost squished your friends there. I used to care about that sort of thing, but you try to be careful. And everybody who ascends this hill, these voices start ringing in your head, very slowly. Bump into someone else, or crush something, or someone, and so we just decided that sometimes things just go underhill, and that's how nature wants it.
Well, it's a good thing nobody got squished, because we need him to help get Mom out.
Well, Jingle Jangle's having a bit of a hard time since those brigands beat her up and tried to steal her keys.
Well, that's no good.
What's
Well,
everybody else
maybe
doing?
we could cheer up.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Who's doing what would be the question.
I ain't sleeping. I guess Mildew's just cautiously leading the horse up the hill and listening to this conversation. I guess the part where she started being able to hear was the part where the Tell Me Hill was talking about how he used to go slow and watch out, but he doesn't really care anymore.
Yeah.
But she doesn't really know where this voice is coming from, so she's sort of looking around, but then her ears perk up when she hears the bit about Jingle Jangle. And
Do
she
an
just sort
insight
of
check.
Oh, I was just gonna say she's just sort of like looking around for the source of this voice and listening as she leads the horse up the hill.
So did you tune in when Shimmer said mom? I guess is the real question.
I think it was after.
Yeah, I think the path came down after that, didn't it?
Okay.
Mhm.
Because Shimmer wouldn't have known like who tuned in at that point, so
Yeah, I think it was when Tellme Hill was saying that they used to go slow.
Greetings, Telemy Hill. I am Sir Talavar.
Oh
And this
god.
is Sir Shimmerwing. And we're here to right some wrongs and collect some keys. You can hear kind of like a sigh from all the trees as they begin to shake.
I know.
Hello, Sir Talavar.
Who are you talking to, Sir Televar? You
Telemy
said
Hill. It's just talk. You're on the Telemy Hill right now.
Is that what that great booming voice is?
It's the trees.
It's the trees. Ooh, and her face lights up and she seems more energized and like enthused than she has for days and days. And she drops the reins and she puts out her hands all excited. She says, "The trees are speaking to us. We're speaking with the trees. These trees can talk. I've always wanted to talk to the trees. Hello."
Talavar shares
Maya
a
slid
look
off
with
the horse.
Shimmerwing. Go ahead.
Oh, Maya has slid off the horse on the way up the path, and she's still walking beside it, trying to keep Violet from sliding off. Violet's just limp with sleep, so she's looking around very cautiously at the talking trees and hill because that is new.
And you're friends with Jingle Jangle.
Hello, trees. I've never met. I've never met Jingle Jangle, but we have Sir Televar here, and he's in a bird cage, and we made an agreement to set him free. Yes, and he suggested we come here to find Jingle Jangle. So let him out of his cage. He's been imprisoned.
Jingle Jangle's in no position to unlock anything. She's too sad.
But even though the trees are talking so slow, Mildew's just got like her hands clasped and she's bouncing up and down. Just like, oh, that's too bad about Jingle Jangle. And she just looks way too happy for what she's saying. Is there anything, might we beat her though? Maybe we could help her, hasten her recovery, and I would like to, converse with you more as well. Can I speak to you from anywhere? This mound. You are the hill, or are you the trees? It's so nice to talk to the trees.
We are the hills and the trees and the grass and the dirt. We're
I've always
kind
wanted to
of
talk.
all of it.
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, sir, ma'am, trees. I've always wanted to talk to the dirt as well. I
We
always thought
use they, them pronouns.
it was so good to meet you. I've always wanted to talk to the dirt and the trees and everything. I spent so much time with them, you see.
At this point, Maya's smiling because even though it's a freaky talking hill, it's kind of adorable. how excited Wildchild is.
We're not used to having so many friends now that there's a swamp here. We used to go in and out of Prismere, but the mists keep us locked in and everything's so squishy now.
Ah, yes, the mist claimed one of our friends today.
Yeah, she'll be back. They always do. Except for when they don't.
The sparkle fades from her eyes a little bit. She just says, yes, Yes, I heard that. Right, well, ah, I suppose get our bearings here. It is so good to meet you, Telemy Hill. I am Wild Child, friends with Shimmerwing here, and Sir Televar, I suppose, both of whom perhaps you seem like you might already be acquainted. And this is, well, allow the rest of you to make your own introductions.
Hi, I'm Bug.
And I'm Maya. Pleasure to meet you, Sir Telemy Hill.
Yep. I guess you all can go visit Jingle Jangle, but she's real sad. She lives on the house at the top of the hill. Probably our best friend.
What's she sad about?
Brigands. They torment her and steal her stuff, and we try to squish them when we find them.
Yeah, I hate them too. Understand her. Yeah. Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Well, should we go knock on her door then, I guess?
Well, we've come up the Talking Hill. We might as well.
You can feel the heel like elevate, and then it starts walking again, and it has a walking speed of maybe like 60. So it's not really faster than like some of you can already move, but it is a little weird that it's the whole hill that's moving. Go ahead, we're just gonna mosey about. Alright, and I'll ask, do we want to end here, or do we want to go inside the house?
I think I'd rather pick back up where we go to knock on her door. I think that'd be a good
I think
place
that's a
to
good
pick things
spot.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
4 more hours.
Steam.
4 more hours.
I would be asleep in this chair. I'm not falling asleep right now, but if it was 4 more hours. I was just talking the other day with a friend, whereas in a campaign that used to regularly go like 8, 9, 10 hours.
Yeah.
I'd always be fucking asleep.
Alright, that's where we'll end.
All right.